Uh, not sure. Let me see. Should be. Oh, shit. Oh, boy. Did I just drop my glasses? 100% just dropped my 100% just dropped my. All right. What's good, y'all?
Gotcha,
Damn.
bitch.
Oh, I guess it is
Big
working.
Mark 710 is now following.
What do you know? Oh, we got a few more subscribers over on YouTube. That's what's up. Big moving. All right. What's good with y'all, man? How's
Congratulations!
Oh, Shadowblade, what's good? What's good? What's good?
Oh, Shadowblade just resubscribed for 22 months. Yeah.
Yeah, what's good? What's good? Oh boy. Oh boy. Man, Monday Night Raw on Monday was electric. Very, very good episode of Monday Night Raw.
Gotcha, bitch.
Thoroughly enjoyed
Aceman
myself.
112490 is now following.
It was a good time. What's going on with y'all? Coolest, Brunson, Honest D, Mog, Decaf, Rasta King. What's good, y'all? What's good? How's it going? Don the King, Shad Mees, what's happening? King, Space Ghost, Mog, Blunt, Josh Shinobi, what's going on? What's going on? We just chilling today. We ain't got, we just chilling today, man. Because it's been a little bit since I've gone live, maybe about like what, a week and a half now? I think the last time, no, actually, no, it might have been, yeah, it might have been some time. Might have been 2 weeks or so. I am going live tomorrow for
Breacher
Friday Night
696
SmackDown
just
as well,
resubscribed for 2 months. 2 months sub. Fun times here. After 3 months of being out of work with an injury, I go back to work next Monday.
Congratulations!
Hey, that's what's up, man. Congratulations. Perfect timing. Perfect timing.
Busy
Congratulations.
_ tug just resubscribed for 4 months. Yes, here.
Yeah, it's a good time to be alive, you know? Congratulate. Well, thank you very much. I appreciate that. 10 years, man. Like, it's wild how time flies. Glizzy Tug said, yes, sir. Yes, indeed. Lazy West giving out gifts. As always, I appreciate you. I appreciate you. 10 years online is something, let alone creating content at that. I think I was, actually, I can't even say I
Link
wasn't
of
really
Despair is now following.
consistent in 2016 because I was maybe not to the level that I am now. Obviously the past couple of months not as much, but nonetheless, yeah, it's wild to think about. It's wild to think about. I remember my first video. It was there in the 10-year anniversary video that I posted a couple of days ago. And yeah, man, it's been one hell of a ride. It's been one hell of a ride. A number of you guys had been here from maybe not the complete beginning, but some folks came around late 2016, 2017, for the inaugural season of the NFL commentary. So good stuff there, man. Brunson said, who's the better wide receiver in their prime, DK Metcalf or Chad Johnson? Chad Johnson, it's not even close. But yeah, man, it's damn. 2018 is when you came around. Matter of fact, what year did y'all come around? Write it down in the chat room. What year did y'all come around? Subscribe to the channel, primarily on YouTube, or if you happen to, because Twitch, I opened up the Twitch in 2018, but I never really started streaming on Twitch until 2022. I want to say it was 2022. Yeah, it was definitely 2022. 2022 or 2021, but I think it was 2022 that I started streaming there on Twitch. Big Goat said 2026 the marble raises. Hey, shout out to the new subscribers, man. We've been going up across all social media. Also just passed 2 milestones, 400 million views on YouTube alone. I think that was yesterday. It might have been yesterday. And then also 400,000 followers on Instagram as well. And I think that was 2 or 3 days ago. So shout out to the community. Chris said late 2017. Virgo said 2018 or 2019. Josh says 2021. Mike said 2018 to 2019. Mog said 2022. Golly, a number of other 2022s and the underrated players said 2018 or 2019. Subscribe in 2020. Chess Duncan, you've been around for a minute. Said 17 to 18. Yeah, you've been around for a minute. I've seen you in comment sections for some time. 40 Cal. Yeah, definitely around 2018 for sure. Harlem in the building. What's going on? Hollow said you found me from watching the Mike Tyson compilation. Yeah, those were good times, man. Good times. DJ said you subscribed a few years ago during the football season. I appreciate that. The Fallen One said 2019. It's Yash in the house. How's it going across the pond? Said fizzled. Adonis, big up. You started your first year of college when you saw my content. Now you're 27. Cue the meme. Also, new job in healthcare tech. Hi from London, England. Let me know you're here. Yes, indeed. I got you next time that I find myself in Europe. I went there earlier this year. Not London, but I was in Spain. If I ever find myself in London, I will definitely let you know. In fact, the High Rocks competition, I believe, was in London last month or the month before, but I think it was last month. Had I looked into it, I should say had I not got the tickets for Houston and I had more time to look into London, I would have went and did London. Because I think they did have tickets available to participate. So who knows? Next year could potentially go out there and participate. Lord, Jeff said 24 to 2026 for you. You started on Twitch on February 2024 during the 12-hour Elimination Chamber live stream on the in the Clutch Clutch Gone Gaming channel. Oh, well, there it is. Yeah, I remember they started early in the morning because if I'm not mistaken, they were in Australia, right? The stream was like because I remember there was one of the streams for Elimination Chamber. Folks had to get up at like 3 in the morning.
Beast Toner Juju is now following.
No, that might have been last year. Yeah, that might have been last year. I think that might have been last year. It escapes me. But yeah, folks went live hella early.
42 is now
like
following.
5. It was ridiculous. I was on like 2 hours of stream, 2 hours of sleep. It was crazy. Some more dates in here. Cornell said 2019. Oh Lord. Yeah, but I've been it's been a wild ride. Like I literally been making videos since the Obama administration. Ain't that wild? A point in time that didn't feel that long ago. Now, 10 years is crazy. 10 years is crazy. and funny enough, I guess that makes me an OG because when I got into YouTube was essentially 10 years old. Like, yes, they had some people who uploaded in 2005, if you will, but for the most part, the real staples, like if I'm not mistaken, like Smosh, Jenna Marbles, Hot Damn I
It's
Rock,
underscore
Spoken
Craig is now following.
Reasons, a couple other people who were able to go and blow up. I forget when Game Theory had started, but they were also growing as well. Miga Higa, yeah, all those different people, like those were the OGs for me. And funny enough, I was going to do YouTube in high school. Good God, Ray William Johnson, that's a hell of a pull. Hell of a pull. But all of those guys, when I was in high school, I was thinking about, going and making videos. And when I went away to college in 2012, 2013, around that time frame, I was this close to becoming a YouTuber then. And there was another guy, Jerry Levine. And the reason why I didn't do it was couldn't afford a webcam. And the only webcams that I was actually able to get access to was incredibly grainy on my Lenovo laptop that I still have at my parents' house. I don't think it works anymore because the top and the bottom are separated, and it's only connected by the thin wire that is on the left-hand side. So I don't even know if it could still turn on. But it had an incredibly grainy, maybe like a 240, 480p webcam. And I was this close to becoming somewhat of a YouTuber then. Because the very first video, because if you take a look at the date on my channel, it's actually created on the unchiseled Adonis's birthday on September the 22nd, 2013. And that happened because I recorded a trial video while I was in my college dorm giving a 9-minute dissertation on my thoughts on the Ray Rice release, if I'm not mistaken. Because I think, no, it might have been the suspension. Because I remember the NFL had given him 2-game suspension. Then after they saw the footage, double backed, and then bam, then he was out for the remainder of the year. So then I recorded and posted that video. I got like maybe 80 some views, but I didn't like what the quality looked like. So I ended up taking it down, never uploaded anything for 3 more years. And then 2.5 more years. And then bam, March of 2016, I'm a YouTuber. But I was fixing to become a YouTuber then. I just did not have the equipment until I just said, fuck it, let me start recording. And funny enough, I think I was able to find what I originally recorded my video on, because I went to my parents' house. I was looking for my old phones. It might have been this one. The Galaxy S3. The Galaxy S3. It might have been on this phone. The only thing that sucks is 100% can't even turn this on. I tried to charge the battery, could not turn it on, so I'm very disappointed about that. I tried to see if I could find my phones between, the years
Your
of
drive is now following.
2016, 17 until 2020. I could not find those phones for the life of me. I have no idea where they at. But 100% I recorded it on my phone and said, fuck it, let's see where we go from there. And man, it's been a wild ride. Probably got to change the port potentially. That could maybe be it, because the battery is in one. I have I remember I had one that was messed up, and then I had to switch it because the battery is in this one. This one there's no battery. There's no battery, so I'll have to if I'm able to turn these on and then get access to whatever the fuck is on there, that'd be great. But if not, hey, I live with it. Because sometimes I like to I never trade in phones. That's one thing I never did. I know you can save some money if you trade in phones, but I've never been one to go and trade in phones. So there's that old school burner phone. Actually, damn, where the hell's the Nokia? Yeah, because that's the OG burner phone, if you will. Who remember sliding into DM? Man, Chess, don't get me started, man. Sliding into DMs, 2018, 2019, what a time. I still have the full compilation on my other laptop. Actually, I ain't gonna play it because we're gonna get blocked.
Congratulations!
This was my
God.
third laptop that I would
Two-Wave
use.
Mo
This
just
Lenovo
resubscribed for
Yoga.
25 months.
And damn, there's a lot of dust on this shit. But yeah, this one over here, all of the sliding into DMs, 2018, 2019, this was the computer. Well, really, I want to say 2019 until, no, it might have been 2018 until 2022. Might have even been 2023, because I've been using this for a minute. Before I got the PC,
302 is now following.
this was the laptop. The amount of fucking content that's on here is ridiculous. I still have a lot of stuff that's on here too. I still got a lot of stuff that's on here too. How long would I be streaming? Probably a few hours. Boomer Sooner for 5 1 second. Congrats. Glad to see success is paying off with many blessings. Character is a large part of the reason you've received so much love. Hey, I appreciate that. That's much love, man. I like to believe I have a good character about me. 1205 for life for 5 1 said, what's going on, Chiseled? My thoughts on the Pooh Shiesty Gucci Mane issue. I have no idea about the Pooh Shiesty Gucci Mane issue. I didn't even know Pooh Shiesty was released from prison. Last I heard of Pooh Shiesty, he was in prison. Blood Eagle said, do a reaction on the Indian street food. You mean the Goop Scoop? Folks, I ain't gonna hold you. I'd have to see one to where it's not AI, because I've been seeing some AI ones where folks is mixing fucking pasta with their feet. So now it's becoming a little bit more difficult to tell. Obviously, if I was to sit there and stare at it long enough, then it'd be pretty easy to figure it out. But that's neither here nor there. King of the Streets videos with certified class. Yeah, the King of the Streets stuff was wild though, bro, because I 100% believed those could have possibly messed around and got the channel taken down. Like, don't get me wrong, I'll do the commentary, but man, they were very brutal, especially the one where Mans got kicked when he was down on the ground, or at least he was going down, because he was like here, and then he damn near caught like a punt kick right across the face, and then he
Mr.
went
T
down,
just
knocked out. I'm like,
resubscribed
bro,
for
this
24
is a
months,
bit too
a
much.
whole last decade.
Mr. GH2, my guy. I appreciate you, and happy belated birthday. Hopefully the entire week birthday celebration was great. Hopefully it was great. Yeah, I said been big up watching on Twitch, playing Pokemon Emerald on the Game Boy Advance, Pokemon Coliseum on the GameCube Wii. Nostalgic. Yes, indeed. You know, funny enough, earlier today, you know what I wanted to do was continue to attempt to try to play the N64 on stream. For whatever reason, I think I may have fucked something up, because I couldn't even connect the GameCube anymore, because I've never been able to get the N64 on stream. I think I have to get another cable, because the other one that I bought, it didn't work. Oh, here we go. Yeah, so I bought this video capture. I'm gonna probably have to go and take it back. This didn't work to connect the it didn't work to connect the N64. So the one for the game, I probably just have to put one of the wires that I already had there, put it back. But for the N64, I really want to get the N64 connected to where I can play the N64 on stream. Like, don't get me wrong, I could always play, you know, I want to play Pokemon on stream, but I want to play Pokemon Stadium before I get to Coliseum and XD Gale of Darkness. Of course, if there's a situation in which I can't, then I'll just go play Pokemon Coliseum Gale of Darkness. But I want to play Pokemon Stadium because there's so much fucking N64 games that I could go and play. I also, since we're talking about N64, I saw the Mario movie yesterday in theaters. So that was all right. Yeah, emulators you could always play on PC, stuff like that. That's always an option as well. Two-wave mode, just resubscribed. I appreciate you. Captain Espanol for 10 on us said, "What's up, Chiseled? Your little brother introduced me to introduce you to the channel and the content back in 2018. You still watch everything that I posted. Congratulations on 10 years on YouTube. Cheers to another 10 years and more." Yes, indeed. Oh, that reminds me. I don't even think I've ever taken, I actually have. I can't say I haven't taken my first drink of the year on stream. I definitely did. And it hit like crack. But I did grab one of these on the rocks cocktails, and this one is a tequila espresso martini. I'm not even an espresso martini guy. Espresso, if I should. I don't know why it's espresso. But I've never had one. Or I should say, I'm not a huge fan of it. I know it's a very popular drink nowadays. I would say it's the very popular drink amongst the ladies. Maybe it's overtaken the Cosmopolitan, but I've seen a bulk share of men really be a large fan of the espresso martini. So I said, all right, I'll give it a shot. I'll see what it tastes like. Will it overtake the old fashioned inside of bars for me? Maybe not. But nonetheless, I'll give it a shot. Mrs. G said, "Congratulations, Miss Voodoo coming to a hood near you." Voodoo coming to a hood near you, indeed. 10 years in the making, and here we are. Last week, you picked up a fat PS2 and a Dreamcast. Had a lot of memories of the Dreamcast growing up. You know, funny enough, the Dreamcast, a lot of people say it was the greatest console ever made. I played it a number of times. Never owned one. Never owned one. Have I ever watched NASCAR before? Yes. Actually, when I was in high school, I wasn't obsessed with the NASCAR, but I would tune in and watch. Kyle Busch was my favorite racer. So I don't know if he still goes. I doubt it now. He's got to be the late 40s or in his early 50s. Because he old as hell. There's no way he's still going. Whole Hall of Fame. God damn, now that's a throwback. Whole Hall of Fame is a throwback. Have I ever played Ready to Rumble on N64? Funny enough, the original Ready to Rumble, no. But I have and play Ready to Rumble 2. Dan, he said, hope I make it to 1 million subscribers in 2026. Me too. Here's to 10 years. Here's to you. I probably should have got a cup, but it is what it is. Not a bad drink. Not a bad drink, but not one that I would go out of my way to order. Not a bad drink, but not one I'd go out of my way to go order. Ready to Rumble 2 with Shaq and Michael Jackson. I'm not sure if they're in there. Are they in there? I can't remember. I can't recall. 0620, Jeffrey said, you want to get to my level one day. Hey, just commit to the commitment of consistency. Just keep posting. Do what you got to do. Soon enough, you'll be there. There's more than enough space for all of us at the top. How many people are going to DreamCon? I will be going to DreamCon this summer. I'll be back down in H-Town for DreamCon. Oh, shit, today's Dub's birthday. Wow, it completely slipped my mind. Let me send son a text message. It completely slipped my mind. Send son a text message. Happy birthday to Dub. If you go live, if ITC go live today, make sure y'all head over and tell Dub happy birthday. But yeah, so I'll be going to I'll be going to DreamCon this summer. Omegle said WRDC. Have I ever met RDC before? The entirety of the group, no, but I met them all, not all, but I met a segment of them separately. I met Leland at the YouTube Creative Collective at DreamCon last year. I met Ben backstage at DreamCon the second year that I went in Austin. I met Mark that same day, but earlier in the day we took a photo together that same time in the back of the green room. Shout out to Kem. He's the producer for the Creator Choice Awards. He actually had pulled me
Two-Wave Mo just gifted 1 subs.
Oh, shout out to Two-Wave Mo, always holding it down, giving out gifts. But he actually pulled me into the backstage area because I like to consider myself, a humble man, if you will, right? Despite the fact that I can have all these views, followers, subscribers, whatever the case is, it doesn't make me any better or bigger than anybody, right? So for me, although I would have loved to have been invited to DreamCon, I paid for a regular ticket, so I had a regular badge like everybody else. So when people were walking and going into panels, I was walking and going into panels too. So he encountered me like, yo, what you doing with everybody else? You should be with these people. I'm like, well, I ain't get the invite, so I just bought the badge. And I mean, son pulled me past security, brought me to the fucking back with everybody else. And mind you, this is maybe 2-3 some years ago. No, I want to say it was 2 years ago because the first year that I went to DreamCon, I didn't run into anybody. The second year is when I started running into folks. So once I ended up in the back area, what was so funny was people were able to recognize my voice in the way of conversation before they saw the face. So, or I should say, before they were able to put face to voice. At first, it was like, who's this dude? But he sounds so familiar. So that's actually one of the things that galvanized me to want to start to do the reactions with my face on camera. So now it's synonymous with the two. Because I've said this before. So many people have no idea. I was the dude who did the commentary on the Fat Family. So much so to where, like, till this day, I'm starting to get messages like, yo, you sound like the dude who did this voiceover almost 10 years ago now. That's 8 years ago. It's crazy. I'm like, yeah, that was me. What? That's crazy. I've been watching you. Hey, man. So that was that's when I met Mark that particular day. So I met half of RDC. I think there was one other, but I forget his name. But yeah, I met half of those guys. Boomer Sooner said I'm making that the Merc money. Listen,
Gotcha, bitch.
with the can Merc.
Boy Noise is
Powder
now
Merc. I
following.
wish I had it. I wish I had it because I ain't got it. I ain't got it. Mugiwara said, if I had to build my own Mania dream, against who and what would the build be? What do you mean? Dream Mania against? Wait, I'm having a match against somebody. It would have to be The Rock, myself and The Rock, because I just think that the promos would be very entertaining. It'd be myself versus The Rock. I think that'd be fun. You only heard of Comic-Con and Otakon. Have to research. Yeah, DreamCon was created by RDC World, their content creators. And ultimately it's become one of the more popular cons, if you will, because of the content creator presence that's there. Because it was created initially, I believe it was created and funded by them, and then ultimately now it's become a bit more corporate. So they're almost just the face, and there's a bevy of different individuals who's kind of, controlling it on the back end. so there's that. I'm excited for Mania. I actually am. I'm very excited for WrestleMania. I cannot wait. I think this year's build to Mania is better than last year's. I do think that they can do better. I think the women's side has been booked terribly, in my opinion. They did not do a very good job at building to WrestleMania for the women. I think last year the women had a better build than the men. So here we are. I'm happy that the tag team championships are going to be defended. I'm disappointed that the Bellas are going to be in there. Hopefully it's their last match that's there. Y'all know I don't like the Bellas, but nonetheless, I'm looking forward to this WrestleMania. I'll be live for both days, and it's going to be a good time. They need Bianca back. Well, I'd rather her be back when she's fully healthy than her come back with 9.5 fingers. But that's neither here nor there. So we'll see. Internal end to congratulations on 10 years. I appreciate you. Much love. Much love. Curtis said you were here when the Pokemon were running the NFL commentary, and Rosetta Stones. Man, that's a throwback. That's a throwback. They're in the Tokoki no colored zone. Rosetta Stone Greek, motherfucker. The goddamn Snorlaxes with the blocks, the Pidgeotos and Fearos with the whirlwinds and shit. Getting things up out of there. You try to go for a field goal, it's going the other way. Good times. What Pokemon represents me the most? Mewtwo. Well, Mewtwo's my favorite Pokemon. Mewtwo, Gengar. But if I had to choose one, what would be a Pokemon? That's a tough question. Because I'm primarily a Gen 1, Gen 2 guy. Although I enjoyed Gen 3 and 4, but all the other ones after now it just feels like adding in unnecessary Pokemon. But if I had to choose one, a piece of me wants to say Nidoking. I think I'll go with Nidoking. KT said, I made you want to start YouTube. Never be as awesome as me, but at 5K, love you so much. Oh, wow. Well, first off, big W for you. You already at 5K? That's amazing. That's amazing. That's what it's all about, man. And I would not sell yourself short. You ain't got to be as awesome as me. You might be more awesome than me. So don't sell yourself short. Do not sell yourself short. They got W's going in the chat right now for you over on Twitch. A few is coming in on YouTube right now for you, brother. So, hey, we show our love. We show our support, man. Big W to KT_TV1. Keep grinding. Keep doing your thing. And as always, commit to the commitment of consistency. Mr. Lopez says, dream match for WrestleMania, Chiseled Adonis versus Brock Lesnar, Hell in a Cell at WrestleMania. I would not mind that. I will say this much, it's going to be a very difficult match for me to win. But nonetheless, I would not mind a match like that because it's going to be a money match. Brock Lesnar, Prince, money. So 100% that's fixing to be a money match. I would love to be there. Raven said first commentary you saw was the Saints-Vikings divisional. Good God. Oh, my Lord. Oh, that was a tough weekend for me. My Pittsburgh Steelers lost to the Jacksonville Jaguars literally hours before, or I should say it was a game that was played that Sunday before, and then I had to go to the hospital because I had food poisoning, and it started to kick in there in the fourth quarter. of that game, so it was brutal. I remember when I posted about it, folks thought because Jacksonville beat Pittsburgh, that was enough to put me in a hospital. I'm like, nah, I was drinking entirely way too much the evening before. At least I think it would. No, yeah. I was drinking, but it wasn't enough to where I had to get my stomach pumped. But maybe it didn't mix well with something that I had within my stomach. So ended up being incredibly low the following day, and I had to go to the hospital. They didn't even really do nothing.
Gotcha,
They just
bitch.
gave me some fluid. I
Blue
guess it was like
underscore
somewhat of an IV,
Che7
and then I
is
was
now
reminded.
following.
But I missed 3/4 of the Saints game, and then I had to pretty much listen because the TV inside the damn hospital was fucked up. So I had to listen to the person who was next to me have a loud reaction to Stephon Diggs catching the football and going and scoring. 1205 for life, but 2-1 said, "Oh yeah, my thoughts on Big Kirko in Vegas." Well, for one, upon actually looking at the article rather than just blind reacting to the tweet from Adam Scheffler, apparently it's going to be what, an $11 million deal, but $20 million guaranteed, which is still a shit ton of money because let's call a spade a spade. There's no reason for Las Vegas to not draft Mendoza or where's the clip here from Mendoza? Because we're here, it's only right that there's a screaming Mendoza there.
Mendoza!
Since they're gonna go and draft him, Kirk more than likely will be a backup. So you're paying $20 million for a backup quarterback? Doesn't make any sense to me. I still think that would have been a large deal in which you're going and fleecing a franchise. But his agent is the greatest of all time. The greatest of all time. Jermaine put 2 on it. Said Congo finally made the World Cup again. Oh shit, Congo made it. W Congo. I saw that Jamaica lost their game a couple of nights ago, so that was brutal, and I believe that keeps them out of the World Cup. But hey, W Congo, they are going to the tournament. Jeff said, "Have I made a video about the Jaden Ivey situation?" Jaden Ivey situation. What happened to Jaden Ivey? My clothes said, "Proud of you, brother. Hope I'm doing well. God bless." Yeah, I'm doing all right. Can't complain. Cannot complain. Just taking it a day by day. Nunya said, "Chisel, want to thank you for working so hard to make such high quality content. Respect the hustle. You deserve 1 million subs. Proud to be one of them. I appreciate you. Thank you very much for being a subscriber as long as you have as well."
Gianni Santino is now following.
Emmanuel said, "Build my all-time great for Survivor Series. For you, it'll be Kane, Undertaker, Big Show, Umaga, and Vader." So for one, you got a big-ass team. Like size alone, these are 4 humongous motherfuckers. Height and width. But somebody gonna have to take a loss. Who's the first eliminated in this situation? Now, it depends on which version of each of them are. Because I think if you have the peak version of all of them, Umaga is the weakest of the group. Then, believe it or not, my opinion, I think Big Show slightly above Vader, and then Kane, and then ultimately Undertaker being there. One. But if I had to have an all-time Survivor Series match, depends on what I need them for. Like, am I looking for explosiveness? Am I looking for mat technicians? Am I looking for overall superstar quality? That's a tough one. CEO said, what was my favorite boxer? Probably Tyson. My top 5 all time. Tyson, Ali, Lennox, Floyd, Crawford. But the 5 for the Survivor Series, I'd probably end up going Orton, because I think he's probably one of the best Survivor Series elimination matches performers. Orton, Michaels, or Orton, Michaels, Austin, Rock, angle, maybe. Chase put 10 on us and started watching me when you were a sophomore in high school. Now you're a few years later, you're in your senior year of college and majors in sports communication, aiming to be a sports broadcaster for the NFL. Shout out to you, Chase. Big W for you. Also, I'm not going to tell you what to do with your career, but if in the event you could start making content, I definitely implore you to start now. That can 100% accelerate your chances of not only discovery, but also legitimacy as well. A lot of folks, they'll come out of college now, albeit they got a lot of people who can mess around, get some internships, and maybe you go work for different sort of companies that's covering different sort of sports that you can put onto a resume to go and showcase in interviews or LinkedIn or whatever the case may be to try to get discovered. You got content, you build a following, that is the ultimate step up towards getting discovery. Because I can tell you right now, clout and social media is not only the future, it's the present. Somebody who is, for all intents and purposes, less qualified on paper might mess around and get selected before somebody with all of the degrees, maybe not so much connections, but degrees and academics, all of that shit, that's pretty much the same thing. That stuff will get leapfrogged for somebody who mess around and got clout. So 100% Chase, if you can create a little bit of content around sports, whether you're doing broadcasting in real time or if you're just covering different sports by way of interviews or video essays or just providing your own thoughts, if you can build a little bit of a following, it don't even got to be nothing crazy. Little bit of a following, you utilize that as your interview. Or I shouldn't say your interview. You utilize that as your resume. Have that there and utilize that as your resume that you could put on there. Like, oh yeah, here's some content as well. So now not only are you submitting the paper for the when you're applying for different sort of jobs, you also have a reference point as well. And here's some of my work. John Jaden Ivey got out of the NBA. Okay. What'd he do? No Man's Space for 5 said my most popular video is about Michael Venom page. What do I think? Happy 10th. Yes, indeed. Now that's the most popular on YouTube. But the most popular video I probably ever had was the Fat Family commentary. The original Facebook page, 20 million views, that got taken down. Instagram across the board because the amount of reshares, I tallied it up. At the end of it, it was probably anywhere between like 83 million. And this was back in late 2018. So it's well over 100 million views across all of social media. Because I remember there was one point in time in which I kept bookmarking every time I came across the video that had over 1 million views, taking into account TikTok. The other page on YouTube that reposted the original video, I think it had like 6 million. Then that got taken down because TLC started flagging them down. They flagged down my original one, which was at like 4 some million here on YouTube as well. So it was a ton. It was a ton, but that was my most viral video I ever had. And then ultimately Michael Venom page was with commentary of that in sports. That's the most viral that I had on YouTube. And you know what sucked about that video? I never got paid for that video, right? Because obviously copyright. You know what's hilarious? It got to, I want to say 10 point something million views. And I applied an appeal regarding the copyright when I posted it in 2021. They hit me back in 2025. Said, oh yeah, and we're clearing all of the copyright that's on there, so now you can earn on the video. 10 million views. Now you clear the copyright. YouTube, some shiesty motherfuckers. YouTube, some shiesty motherfuckers. I said before, whenever you Googled like the network, all them years, the net worth, all those years ago, and they was talking about 1 point something million, X 100,000, all this other stuff. If I never had to deal with copyright, which I'm not complaining about it, because I mean, as long as they're fair across the board and folks is essentially connecting, they're collecting their bread from everybody, utilizing copyrighted material, and it's not a pick and choose sort of situation. I'd have been swimming in cash like Scrooge McDuck for the for the longest, but that ain't the case. Yeah, YouTube has always been screwing me over for the most part, but it is what it is. It is what it is. There comes a point where I did have a period of time in which I would go to war back and forth, because of course if it's something that's crazy, then I have every reason to be incredibly irate. But if it's something that's understandable, I'm like, all right, I get it. Like, the one thing I don't like is when they'll go back, some years into the past and then all of a sudden try to flag some shit. I can't stand that. That drives me up a wall. I'll never forget a couple of years ago when they went back and they gave me a strike for the what if video on if Des Bryant caught the ball. That shit irked my soul, because that was posted in 2018. How the fuck you put a strike on the channel in 2023? And then it was a fictitious, or I shouldn't say fictitious. It was it was a a wrong strike that was placed onto the channel because it wasn't legitimate. Because they said it was what was it that they said? They said it was something vulgar that was within there. I'm like, there's nothing that's vulgar that's in there. What are we talking about? EJ said you used oh, you used to say some of my catchphrases in high school when you found my YouTube back in 2018. When you had Butterfingers, you would make one of the Butterfingers jokes to your classmates. Are your hands slippery because you got Butterfingers? Legit. Wow, that's funny. That's funny. You used that joint in high school. Hey, I had folks literally send me photos of them with signs of catchphrases going to their children's games. It's crazy. Absolutely crazy. Using Adonis catchphrases is wild to me. Absolutely wild to me. Adam said the marble races are some of your favorite shorts. I'm glad that you guys are enjoying it. At first, I didn't know if it'd be something that could go and take off. Even with the poke bets that I discovered, I wasn't sure if the poke bets was gonna go and take off either, but some folks seem to like it, some don't. The AI, what do they call it? AI slop, if you will. That's a little odd. I'm not really too excited in that retro, but I'm able to make, I guess, the video entertaining while seeing it in real time. So that's always interesting. But I'm glad you guys are enjoying the shorts, because for the longest period of time, I was always kind of hesitant to make that type of reactionary content. And then after taking that 4-month hiatus from Instagram and uploading any short form, I said, yo, you know what? I think this is going to be the avenue, because I won't come off as if I'm biting anybody's style. And then furthermore, no disrespect to any content creators that's out there, I just don't think there are individuals who can do what it is that I do the way that I do it, with the with the level of humor that I'm able to go and bring. I think from a 0 to 100 ability of whether it be crashing out, whether it'll be making off the cuff jokes, I don't think there's a lot of folks who's able to do it at the frequency and consistency that I'm able to do. So I think I can make anything entertaining. Austin said, praise the Lord for 10 years, my man. Thank you for all the content over the years. Chiseled, much love and happy Easter, my man. Hey, happy Easter to you as well. And I appreciate you very much for all of the support. Canography Pateno said, since you're rich broke, here's $1 for each year, brother. Happy anniversary. Been a fan for 2 years, and I got you through your best friend / brother passing as well. One love, sir. Hey, man, I appreciate that, and I hope I can continue to give you brighter days in the midst of the storm when you reminisce and then ultimately find yourself sad. Because the past few months, it's been a little tough for me as well. Trying to navigate my best friend's passing as well. So it's been an experience to say the least. I think WrestleMania will be tough as well. A couple of days ago, because the treadmill that I have has a screen and it connects with Wi-Fi, so you can watch programming on there. Netflix happens to have WWE Vault with all of the WrestleManias from yesteryear. I was rewatching WrestleMania X7, WrestleMania 17, 2001. I watched the entire show from start to finish. And the whole time I'm sitting there like, man, damn, I wish my brother was here. We could have sat here. We could have watched the entire damn, program, especially during TLC 2. Because I absolutely loved when JR would reference the Dudley boy. Those damn Dudleys, those goddamn Dudleys. I used to love that. We used to always go back and forth and joke about that shit, bro. So it's so weird. It's so weird not having Son here. I saw a reel on IG. In fact, if it's probably still going viral now. And my comment, I think if you follow me, it wouldn't be too difficult to see my comment. I think it'll pop up in there where it's pretty much the conversation for those who watch Family Guy that Brian and Stewie had. I believe they were in the bank and they were trapped in the bank. And Brian's safety deposit box had, I guess he had a gun in there. And if I remember the episode correctly, it was, I don't know if it was the first time in Family Guy they did it, but for 7 or 8 minutes, the entirety of the dialogue, there was no cutaways. I don't believe there was any music. It was just Stewie and Brian talking. And Brian was like, yeah, I have this here just if in the event, he wanted to, just end it or whatever the case was. And then Stewie kind of pours his heart out saying like, you're my only friend. I wouldn't know what life would be like, if you weren't here or whatever. And I remember while I was watching, I'm like, man, and people in the comment section were like commenting like, yeah, I lost my Brian like years ago. So I'm like, damn, son. Now that I think about it, Son was my Brian, son. Like, I lost my Brian. That was the Brian to my Stewie, So here we are. You try to carry on, So that and I had put in the comments. I'm like, man, lost my Brian, son. And they had a few people write some comments underneath as well. I'm like, all right, yeah, you're never the only person who's going through something. You're never the only person going through something. Ken put 2 on it again, and JR wanted to tell you to cut that to yell out that damn Devon. Oh my God, bro. JR was on one the entire WrestleMania, and Paul Heyman did a phenomenal job. A phenomenal job at WrestleMania X7. You loved that episode? Yeah, it was a very good episode. Very good episode. I'll probably have to go and rewatch the whole thing because I just remember that part of the episode. But the reel was of course it's condensed down to about 3 minutes, and I believe that one was even more condensed to like a minute and something. But I'd have to go back and watch the actual episode. So it's been there is that. Amanda said, you've been praying for me ever since I lost my brother because it's been almost 4 years since you had to watch your brother get ran over. It will get better. It will. Yeah, man. First off, my condolences for your loss as well. And yeah, you just try to take it a day at a time. Funny enough, wow, one of his other friends just messaged me. I just saw this out the corner of my eye. Just messaged me. He's the one who gave him his dog. So I guess he wanted to know if I had any updates on my brother's dog. I'll message him after I get off the stream. But yeah, man, it's been a it's been an experience. to say the least. Philly says, congratulations, my brother. You do have one question. Where do I get my sound bites from? That 14 grams of crack that cracks you up. I got that from Zoo York on Instagram. They randomly had this video.
Top shot to 2,123.
Top shot, my guy. What's going on?
For 18 months. What's up, everybody?
How's it going, bro? But yeah, I got that 14 grams of crack from Zoo York, maybe like 4 years ago, but I want to say it was like 4 some years ago, because I was randomly scrolling on Instagram and then I saw, or maybe somebody sent it to me. I forget, but all I know is it was on Instagram and I saw
you buy 14 grams of crack, then you sell it.
So when I saw that, yeah, I don't think I'd ever buy this again, but I'm gonna drink it because I spent my money on it. But I saw that on Instagram, downloaded the video, converted it into from an MP4 into an MP3, and then it's been a soundbite ever since. Like, funny enough, a lot of people have always asked me, yo, where do you get your sound bites from? I am so ghetto with this shit. I'll find a video, just download the entire video, and then just convert it into MP3. Maybe I'll even go and screen record through OBS when the soundbite comes on from literally anything under the sun. I will create sound bites from things that aren't originally sound bites. You could just have people having a regular conversation. Somebody could mess around and bang their toe against some, they could make a random sound. Hey, guess what? It's a sound bite now. Like, there's so many times I would just take things that weren't originally sound bites, convert them into MP3s, and then bam, they in the videos. So that's how I've been able to go and get the sound bites throughout the years. Like, I know there's a lot of people who, like, they'll go and they'll want to have official downloads for stuff. Like, for example, the that soundbite from Premium Tay. I think it's Talion is the name, if I'm not mistaken. I follow him. But I remember when I first came across the soundbite, because it was in a bunch of edits, right? And finally I found out it was originally his. I DM'd him and I said, hey, finally it's actually yours. I'd give you, I guess, some bread to be able to utilize said sound, because of course I know how it is as a, you know, creator, especially if it's a situation where somebody just takes your shit and you're getting nothing for it. At least I could pay it forward now, having done it for 10 years. I could put some in your pocket. At the time, he was like, well, he don't got no way to, I guess, go and sell it now. But officially, he's got a website up now. So I think it's Fa Sounds. So I actually have to go in, and although I can just, because I have the sound, I've used it in a video before, I have the sound, but I'm gonna kick him, you know, some bread. I think it's like $10 or something like that for the pack. Kick him some bread so that at least pay it forward. Because there are some sound bites that are out there that you don't know where they came from, or maybe it's already been in circulation, or if somebody's not selling it, in that case, it's like, all right, yo, I'll put some in your pocket. At least pay it forward, you know, for content creators that's out there. So shout out to him, man, because that was the sound of 2025. And shit, it still is in 2026. Gianni said, any reaction reel today? Yeah, they up right now. I got a few that are up on IG, on Twitter, on YouTube as well. I believe I have another marble one that I should be dropping later this evening. Luce, pardon, said UFL sports commentary. I don't think I'm gonna be doing UFL this year. I might not do UFL anymore, to be quite honest with you, because I'm just not watching the games. It would require me to go and watch the games. The last year that I did the XFL, I think it was before it became unified. No, it might have been the first year that it was unified. Escapes me, but I didn't watch any of the games. Like, I would just compile together the highlights and then go and post. I'm like, yeah, I don't like this. This doesn't feel the same, because at least with the NFL, I would watch, unless it's the off chance where I'm actually not here, I would watch all of the games. Angela, Po51 said, your Steelers homie introduced me to your videos because he'd come in on Monday morning quoting The Fire I was spitting. I'm a whole blessing. Why, thank you very much, Angela. I appreciate that. Much love. And shout out to all my Steelers fans, because the amount of people who look forward to my recaps of when Pittsburgh wins, but above all else, every time Pittsburgh loses, they're foaming at the mouth, scratching their necks, waiting to hear what I'm going to have to say after a Pittsburgh Steeler loss. They be waiting to see what's going to happen. Jazz said, if I can make anything happen in 1 year, what would be my perfect sports outcomes? The Pittsburgh Steelers win the Super Bowl, the Miami Heat win the NBA Finals, the New York Yankees wins the World Series, and the Penguins win the Stanley Cup. Actually, no. The Rangers win the Stanley Cup. I'd like to go to a parade. And Haiti wins the World Cup. Oh, that'd be amazing. That'd be amazing. Gambit said, congratulations on 10 years, brother. You're a good dude. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. Also, unfortunate news, Midas, I'm not sure if he's in here, but I did send him an email. I won't be able to make it to the baby shower, brother. Very, very, very sorry. Just the time turnaround to make it out to Virginia, won't be able to make it. But for Dorian, who invited me to his wedding, on the 22nd of May, I should be able to make it to the wedding. So, all things considered, I believe that date I am available. I just have to double check just to make sure on that 23rd I won't be in a situation where I have like a double booking or I won't be able to make it back in time. But for the most part, I should be able to make it out there. So that would be the 5th subscriber wedding that I'll have the opportunity to go and attend. So shout out to Dorian, man. Shout out to Dorian. Thoughts on the new on the Usos theme song? I do not like it. We were so confused in the bar. In fact, let me see if I have, because I have the video. I was at Monday Night Raw this Monday.
Oh,
where is it? The Usos theme song. Let's see.
Jojo Smuggan just resubscribed for 16 months. Congrats on 10 years on YouTube. Fetchy shirt.
This was in the Barclays. We were so confused. I was there with Sis Adonis. And shout out to everybody who I ran into at yeah, here's inside.
14 grams of
Yeah, that was live inside of the inside MSG, but I knew it was gonna be new tag team champions. I felt it in my spirit that they were going to lose the titles, and that's exactly what the hell just messed around and happened. Marvin in the building, Marvin of Philly, what's going on? Captain Solo put 5 on, said, love the knockout video. Somebody please get the goddamn EMTs. Keep doing your thing, bro. Much love, family. I appreciate that. Mr. GH2 said, wasn't that an MSG? Yeah. Oh, did I say the Barclays? My bad. MSG. Yeah, it was an MSG. I think I may have said the Barclays. I fucked up. In MSG. Sorry about that. Yeah, but in MSG. It was a madhouse, to say the least. It was all right. It was all right. I was getting assaulted by Sis Adonis the entire time because I was excited that Gunther came out to come and assault Seth. In fact, if you want to see clips of the domestic violence, look at me. I'm being assaulted. I'm being assaulted by this harlot. I'm being assaulted by this harlot. I'm being assaulted by this harlot. I'm so happy that Gunther started attacking Seth. I'm getting assaulted by Sis Adonis in real time. We're just trying to enjoy the show, and I'm getting attacked because Seth Rollins happens to be a victim. Ridiculous. Ridiculous activity. It was so funny because the people around us, because naturally every time we go out, people think, hey man, hey, you guys are a couple. I'm like, nah. That's little sis, right? But the whole time, like, oh my God, such an abusive relationship. What's going on? I'm like, I could suplex her ass over here, but I recognize the scenario because it's like, you can't do nothing in this situation because people will act before they have all the info. So how old is she? Because we're the same age. We're the same age. She's born in November. I'm born in June. So we're the same age. But yeah. When we were leaving, because if I had it on camera, it'd look crazy. There was one, she hit me in the face. I'm like, oh, I got a receipt for you. She 5 foot nothing. So she 5 foot nothing. She ain't got no doggone height. She 5 foot nothing. Cap Taste, Sparta said, congratulations on 10 years on YouTube. Thank you for the memories and being here for us all through it all. Treating us like family and caring about us more than the government love. Love and appreciation for all that you do. I appreciate you, man. And that's the one thing that I actually do appreciate because I spoke to somebody on Monday at MSG. I was talking to, I'm forgetting the name. Andrew, one of my subscribers, Andrew, at MSG, and I was telling him, the one thing that I actually really enjoy about the community, and then furthermore, the way that I stream now, recognize that I'm not amongst the bigger, streamers on the platform across the board. But I think one of the things that I do better than a number of those is that I will humanize said account name. Like, despite the fact that there are names in the chat, relationship has been built, rapport has been built with each of the individuals who happen to come and pop in, especially if you've been here for a period of time. Like, I know Lazy West will pop in, drop a bunch of doggone donations that's there. William will come in here and we'll celebrate his sobriety. He'll also drop in donations. Two Wave Mo will always keep it going. Matt will jump into the building. Number of different people got engaged. Midas, engagement now. I believe he got married. Matt had twins, got engaged. TDM Chop got 8 kids. 3 sets of twins. Mr. GH2 went over there to his wedding. Junior Mafia, we met up, I think, at both of the WrestleManias that we've gone to. No, I think it was, both of the WrestleManias that we've gone to. We've had a chance to go, link up, at least get a photo and just kick it or something of that nature, right? So building rapport with you guys so it's more than just somebody in the chat. Now, of course, obviously, I've said this before, the larger the platform with the chat flying, it's very difficult to try to go and, personalize. But I would like to think whether there's 100, 1,000, 10,000, 50,000, 100,000, some people that's in the chat, there's methods to be able to slow it down, and then perhaps you can still interact, but people stream differently, See the guy just subscribed. I appreciate you. She weighs 14 grams. It's hilarious. Russ said, what do I think about Cena hosting WrestleMania? All you can say is took him long. That took long for him to come back after 4 months. Well, yeah, because I think they just trying to move ticket sales. Me personally, I wouldn't have had him host. Especially because the host of WrestleMania never actually meant anything. You pull up, you open up WrestleMania, invite people to the show, which in my opinion is not necessary. Then, more often than not, you should be the person who announces the attendance. And maybe you have a couple of backstage segments that, in my opinion, shouldn't even really be on the show because it should be nothing but matches, and potentially the only backstage segments that I like to accept are preludes to the upcoming match or fallouts from what just happened at the match. So that's pretty much it there. Adonis put 2 on it. Daddy, remember me. I'm Chopped Adonis on the. What are we doing? What are we doing? Ain't no way you back, bro. Somebody got let out the asylum. Somebody got let up out the asylum.
Congratulations.
Yeah, Midas. Oh, I just mentioned you earlier. Yeah, with the unfortunately not going to be able to make it there for the baby shower. But if
Dub
in the event there's
159
another
just
there's
resubscribed for
something else that's
30
going
months.
down, I'll see
We're
if I can
here.
make my way out
Road
there
to
Virginia.
1M.
K Dub, my guy. My guy, you still here? Or you headed back to Guam? You still here? Or you headed back to Guam? Let us know there in the chat. K Dub
Dub
giving out even more gifts.
159 just gifted 10
Donation.
subs.
You don't find that suspicious. The
Dub 159 gifted 10 subscriptions.
Philly said, what are my recommendations for starting a guest YouTube stream? Just do it and see what happens. Well, yes. Just do it and see what happens. I was supposed to go live before departing for Houston 2 weeks ago with the Unchiseled Adonis. We were supposed to go live and start the stream at 6 p.m. This motherfucker pulls up to my crib at 10:45.
14 grams of crack.
Couldn't even go live. Like, and of course, unknown Adonis, we were supposed to go live for Saturday Night Main Event, John Cena's last match. He died 3 days before. Well, had to pull the plug the day after, pretty much brain dead. I believe it was 2 days before. So the 2 times I was going to have guests, one's late, one's very late. So there is that. But yeah, just have people come and then just figure
donations.
it out from there. Paul.
Donations.
Adonis Couture said just
Gifts.
got freed from the Shadow Realm.
Gifts.
Just for Poppy. That's great.
More
Bandcamp.
gifts.
I
More
said Bandcamp.
gifts.
Bandana Pete.
Dub
put, 5 on it.
159 gifted Capty Spa to a subscription. Dub 159 gifted a tier 1 sub to Capte Sparta. They have given 242 gift subs in the channel.
Always showing love. You said you're back stateside. You're heading back to Guam next week. You'll be back stateside permanently through towards the end of the summer. Yes, I recall you did mention that you would be back permanently at tail end of the summer. All right, that's great, man. That's great. Hopefully everything's been fun at home with the little one. Been able to go and enjoy yourself, man. KTM Chris said congratulations on the 10-year anniversary on the YouTube channel. You aspired for reaction, street beefs, and other fight videos, big dummy moments, and collabs with shorts. Want to say thank you. You're doing for our brothers, keeper for the unknown Adonis, aka Chocolate Sensation 69. Yeah, man. Yeah, and I was going through some of my old text messages with him and just like reading through the stuff. The one thing I want to find is the soundbite because he absolutely loved Jesus Burgess's fucking sound effect. Anybody who watches One Piece, every time Jesus Burgess shows up, you already know what you're gonna hear. Wee! Fucking screaming for no fucking reason. This dude would text me this shit all the time. And for whatever reason, I can't find the voice note because I want to take that soundbite and I'm getting emotional. I want to take that soundbite and have it as a notification because obviously I can't receive, another notification from him because he's deceased. But I want to have it there probably for the if I ever utilize, the pen because they have apps where you can see, this is why I shouldn't be biting my nails. It shouldn't be this difficult. But when you remove the pen, they have there's an app where you can make a sound for that. But that and then general notifications, I would probably have that sound effect that could be there. So little things to keep his memory alive.
Then you sell it.
Bandana for 5 said found me during COVID and the content had you in a mandible claw ever since. I appreciate that. Man, a lot of folks came along during COVID, man. Red Glove, Patenos have been watching since I did that AJ getting KO'd by Ruiz video. You can honestly say I've only gotten better. Congrats on 10 years. Here's to many more. I appreciate that. Much love. And Pac-Man put 5 on and said been watching since the Henry. Huge fan. I appreciate that, man. Much love. Much love. K-Dub said the time has been great. Your son is damn smart and getting big. Love him to death. Can't wait to be back here with him forever. Truly a blessing. Hey, I hear that. I hear that. Oh man, kids can be tough, but more often than not, they are fucking awesome. I've heard nothing but great, great, great reviews, if you will. I want to treat it like it's a Yelp review from parents, but a bulk share of the parents I've encountered have always been like, hey man, they wouldn't have their biggest regret is not having more. Those who are older, and then those who are having them right now, of course, they're like, man, it's like a bundle of joy. Of course, you want to make sure the circumstances are the best. Obviously, life happens, so sometimes there's situations to where it may not be the best, but more often than not, I've heard nothing but great things from the parents that I've been around regarding their offspring, especially in those younger those younger years, because those are the things that you really, I think, once a kid gets to a certain age, that allure of having, you know, a little one is kind of gone. I don't know when that would be. Maybe as once they enter like junior high, maybe because you're little, but you're not so little. You're dependent, but the dependency is beginning to somewhat wane, because before there were situations to where all of the questions were thrown in your direction. Now all of a sudden that's not the case anymore. Then ultimately when you make it to your high school years, at that point now you don't got no time for your parents no more, if you will. But
14
yeah,
grams of
so you got to appreciate those moments, I guess. Chase put 5 on, said, what's my favorite
Then
Genjutsu attack from Naruto? My favorite Genjutsu attack from Naruto? Jesus Christ. Golly. Kurenai Sensei? Of course not. Well, favorite Genjutsu attack? I mean,
14 grams
my favorite Genjutsu
of
attack. You know, Itachi's infinite
Then you sell it.
Tsukiyumi that he had Kabuto caught in was very, very interesting. Probably that one. For whatever reason, I don't know why Amaterasu came to mind, but that's just a Sharingan attack. It's not a Genjutsu attack. But probably that infinite loop that he had Kabuto in, because I could not stop laughing when I realized what was going on. So probably that infinite I think it's infinite Tsukiyumi, is it? Is that what the terminology is? Somebody let me know. Slasher X28 put 5 on, said been a subscriber since year one. You remember my NFL Nick Foles part in commentary, probably close to 10 years ago. Hilarious. Keep it up, bro. Much love, man. I appreciate that. I appreciate that. Long time, yet 9 years since the Nick Folk stuff. And you know what's funny? I've told this before, maybe like 5 some years ago. But if you guys are aware, oh, that's because I talked to my Hyrox partner. I had explained to him because he is a subscriber to the Nelk Boys. And if I'm not mistaken, the Nelk Boys had the Full Send podcast. If you remember, there was, or probably still is, a guy who was on the podcast by the name of Bob Menery. And I have a little bit of a history with Bob Menery because you remember he blew up for his sports commentary, right? The same day that he had a Nick Folk or commentary, I posted my Nick Folk commentary. Because remember, that Thursday night game against New England, where Nick Folk, playing for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, missed the 3 field goals. I was watching that game at my boy's crib. I made it to the crib after that game was done, immediately recorded the video. Now, my original Facebook page is gone, so unfortunately, I can't timestamp exactly what hour the video was posted. But the same day I posted my video, he posted his video too. Snoop Dogg happened to had seen his, because I got 1.5 million views on mine. I think he had 1 million, because I had more views by the time we reached the weekend. But Snoop Dogg came across his and reposted his on his page. And that took him to the fucking stratosphere. And I remember I was like, man, And at first, I'm like, you got to charge it to the game. And then homie started going into my slipped into my DMs and then started going on the posts. Because if you still scroll back to 2017. It's going to take some time now because I got like 5,600 posts. But scroll back to 2017, the week after, for like 2 weeks straight, he in the comment section telling folks, hey man, you shouldn't watch him. You should come and watch my content. Coming in my comment section, DMing some of my old high school teammates, telling them, yo, they should unfollow me. They should follow him. Like, I see the type of person you are. But son was able to go and get his break. Now, it wasn't all based off of Snoop Dogg going and sharing. I'm sure he had some connections here and there, but never forgot that. Never forgot that. Bro was a hater? Yeah, probably. But I think yes. Yes. Now, I can't speak on who he is now. He could be a completely different person. But at the time, and because I try to be a nice guy, I can try to see if I can find the devil's advocate, if you will. If it's posted at the same day, you might think, oh, I saw his. That way, that's what made me want to go and record. I was already doing the NFL commentary because it happened in 2017. I had already been doing the week-by-week commentary. And if y'all remember, 2016, I didn't do the full-on commentary production, but I had 3 videos. I had the, what was the name of the punter for, it was something Ryan, the punter for Seattle, or was it Los Angeles? No, I think it was the punter for Seattle. When he faked the punt and ran up the gut, got the first down, and then, fell down like he got tackled by a poltergeist. That, there was a kick return, and I forget what was the very first NFL commentary that I did. But it was 3 of those different videos, all on Facebook. All of them passed over. No, the Seattle and the Los Angeles punter one, that one got like 370 some thousand, no, maybe 350 some thousand views on Facebook. So I was already doing all of that shit. And I never forgot that. So if we ever happen to cross paths, that's something that'll never pass my mind. And then I remember telling the story some years ago. I think Mr. GHC, you might have been in the stream because I think it was on Hot Mic, where he had came back in the DMs and he said, hey man, you should have stuck with me, brother. I'm like, nah, bro. You already kind of showed your hand. Matter of fact, let me see if I can find it. Let me see if I can find it. Because I don't think they delete DMs. See if I can find it. Oh yeah, here we go. 2018. That's Bob. 2018. Oh, let me go back. Scroll. He came back 2018 talking about should have talking about needed you or whatever the case is. Like, bro, what are we doing, son? Should have stuck with you. Should have stuck with me. I'm like, bro, we was never like, what are we doing, son? What are we doing, son? I never forgot that. I never forgot that. Adonis put 5 on it, said, congrats on 10 years. Found me when I released the Michael Venom Page video, most disrespectful, etc. I've been top 3 creator on YouTube. Much love. I appreciate that. Slasher said, you remember my nickname for Kirk family member cousins? Yeah. Is he still doing content? Maybe. Actually, let me check. Maybe. Is there voiceover stuff? No, it seems like he's always with Steve Will Do It. I think that is what's that big ass dude who be in the gym? Fuck, what's his name? Because he's not tagged here. Is that Bradley Martin? I think it's Bradley Martin. Yeah, I think it's Bradley Martin. Yeah, it seems like he's still trying to do some content here and there. Maybe not the same that he was doing before. Because I see some old videos that are here. I'm just scrolling on some page right now. Yeah, it's not too much. Yeah, it's not too much that's yeah, he's not doing as much content, I guess. Yeah, he's probably not doing as much. He must have pivoted out of it. But I see there's Kick over here, so he's probably, you know, a streamer on Kick now, so Bradley Martin with a cat. Yeah, he was wearing a hat. So there's that. Alan in the building, what's going on? Dreadhead said, I look like I'm drinking soy sauce and Henny. Yeah, you know, it's hilarious. It doesn't have a soy sauce feel, but I'm not a big fan of it. I said it earlier. I happened to pick it up because there's the On the Rocks company. They have ready-made cocktails. I actually bought one for Sis Adonis, but I was doing the 75 hard, so I have to bring this to her, or maybe if she comes to my house and we could drink it. Because I know the ladies like the Cosmopolitans. So On the Rocks, they have a good old fashioned. It's actually downstairs. But I saw that the espresso martinis were all the rave, and this one in particular says tequila espresso martini. So I said, all right, I'll give it a shot. Is it my fancy? No. But I paid for it, so I'm fixing to drink it. So there's that. Wolfie said, Kick is an absolute cesspool. Did I see the one clip of Rampage asking the bartender if she likes you know what? No. No, I did not see that clip. But I did see a lot of other clips on Kick. I saw there was a clip of what's that kid's name? Oh my God. Oh, he is so obnoxious. Shit. Jack Doherty. Jack Doherty, that's what it is. Jack Doherty. He got into a car accident streaming on Kick.
14 grams of
What? Like, how?
Then you
What are we doing? Neon, bro. I ain't gonna hold you. I haven't seen too much of Neon, but he not planted. Like he don't kind of give little bit of planty, you know, kind of vibes. What was it that Kiki Palmer had said to Bobby Adolf? Little planty. There's a little planty. Something about, I don't know. Now I've never tuned in, you know, full on to the stream, so I can't make levy any allegations, but it just piece of me struggles to imagine, you know, they ain't a level of botting that's being done with the viewership there. But hey, I ain't gonna. What is it that the ladies say on TikTok now? I'm not gonna yuck somebody's yum. So hey, you know, you like it, I love it. Newark put 10 on it. Said congrats on 10 years. Loved my rant on going to the club. One of my old vids had you dying. Used to be the same way when you were in your 20s. Much more years of success, brother. Oh, ain't no you. Are you referencing the one where when I went to the club and they had Henny for like $300, but the bottle you could buy that same bottle for like 40 some? Is that the one you referencing? Is that the one you I thought about that video a couple of days ago, bro. Like some of those old school rants, I actually have some of them on my I still have some of the old original rants on my terabyte. I was able to find my my terabyte. So that's how I was able to find the original video. It's connected to the computer right now. That's why I can't pull it further. But I was able to find the very first video because that's deleted literally everywhere. So shout out to me having the foresight to go and put that on here because I would have lost that video forever. So there's that. Oh wow, that was the video. Yeah, man. I never forget, bro. Go to the fucking club. They talking about, yeah, Hennessy, $300. I remember when I went to, and I think I may have told this on the chat, but on the stream before, when I went down to Miami, and I was with my boy, shout out to Thutmose. We went to college together. He's an artist. And shout out to Thutmose. We went to I believe it was a Cuban strip. No, it was just a regular strip club. They just so happen to have a whole lot of Cubans, but it's Miami, so it could be a Cuban strip club. First time I ever went to a strip club. We in this fucking strip club. I went and I took out $100, all singles. I think I ended up throwing like a total of 37 of those dollars. it came a point where I started keep throwing the same dollar, catching it, putting it on the back, take the same dollar, throw it in the air. Shorty had no clue, and I had to keep eyeing for security because I knew security don't play them games, right? But all that being said, we in this fucking strip club, I go to the bar, and this is at the time where I was buying like the celebrity alcohols, right? And y'all remember when I had the Sincoro, that tequila that is Michael Jordan's, I believe it's Michael Jordan's affiliated tequila. And I went in there, I was like, yo, how much for the extra añejo Sincoro? And they said a shot is $86. I said, I'll see you later. I'll see you later. I'll take a shot of my own goddamn saliva. Ain't no fucking way. $86 for a shot? Go fuck yourself. You got me fucked up. You got me fucked up. I could buy the whole bottle for that price. The fuck you talking about? A shot, $86? Go fuck yourself. Ain't no way. Tricky Trey in the building over on Twitch this time around. Said good evening. How's it going? And also Matt said, first time chatters. I appreciate you guys. Said greetings from the UK. Here's another 10 years of entering the shadow realms, Kumite, and needed to call goddamn EMTs. I appreciate you. What time is it right now over in the UK? Is it 1 a.m. right now? Also, for my UK folks, because I know Yash. Oh, Yash is still still awake right now. But for my UK folks, what is the safety looking like over there? Because last summer I kept hearing a ton about stabbings. Yash said Thutmose is the Spider-Man Miles Morales OG soundtrack guy. Yes, indeed. Yes, that's Thutmose. That's Thutmose. That's my guy, man. I was supposed to go to Turks and Caicos with him for his birthday a couple of years ago, but things just did not line up. I gotta hit him up another one of these days because I'll pull up on him because I should have much more availability as things continue to move forward. But I gotta hit him up. Yeah, but we went to college together. We went to college together. I'm not gonna say we used to freestyle together because there was only one time in which I would I participated in the freestyle. But yeah, we went to college together all freshman year. And the first semester, I believe, of sophomore year. And then I think that's when he ended up leaving school, and then I was there for another year until I ended up leaving. But yeah, that's my guy, man. That's my guy. Brandon said, so I only walk during the wrestling streams. Actually, no. I've walked during a gaming stream, but the walking pad has officially reached its climax. It no longer works. It no longer works. I was trying it this past Sunday. Does not work. So it's over. I'm about to see if I can utilize a bit of the juice that I have on socials, and I'm going to compile, clips of me on the walking pad and see if I can reach out to companies to get a sponsorship. Because if there's one thing that I've experienced going to, let's say it was High Rocks, going to different sort of conventions, observing a lot of other content creators, I ain't gonna hold you. I've been a staple in content creation for 10 years now, and I've seen folks who've just started mess around and get sponsorships that have been able to create all kinds of revenue, or furthermore been able to provide their crib with all types of equipment, and they've got significantly less followers or subscribers than me. It's about time I start trying to leverage a little bit of the juice. All right. I think I've been a bit too, there's gonna be the wrong terminology, but fucking I'm gonna roll with it. I think I've been a bit too modest, if you will, with leveraging the platform. So I'm gonna see if I can reach out to a ton of different companies to see if potentially they can send me a walking pad. Because no, I've had the walking pad for a year and a couple of months. But yeah, I think it's ran its course. Like it'll turn on, but there's a burning sensation. And I found the lubricant that came with the walking pad, and still nothing. So I think it may have ran its course. But if you guys remember, that was the cheapest walking pad that I got it for $123. I think it's selling right now for like $139. And I got it off of Amazon on a sale. So it wasn't like it was something that was like, people ask me, yo, what was the brand? It just says walking pad. So it could have been like a third party company. Maybe somebody just bought a bulk share and they were just sharing it on Amazon and reselling it over there. So whatever the case was, it lasted me a year, so we all right. Raid Shadow Legends. Funny enough, I had done some sponsors for Raid Shadow Legends a few years back. And you know, some people ain't played the game. Now, albeit I've said already, I'm not no super gamer. I played the game here and there. It was all right. It was all right. Now, super, super, super captivating to where I was enough to stay on the game. Not so much, but I did play the game. I think I may still have the app on my phone, actually. I may still have the Raid app on my phone. Let me see. Raid. Oh, no, it might not be this phone. It's the other phone. Yeah, but I still have the app. It's on that phone. That makes sense. Yeah, so it's on that phone. But Rex MD pills, man, listen, I've had some good times with them pills. Rex, Roman, what was the last one? That Roe had some good times with them pills. Still waiting for me to play Resident Evil 4 on GameCube. I actually don't have the the game. 1205 for Life said clubs be charging you out the ass for the bottle. Yes, they do charge a lot for the bottle. Yeah, $86 for the shot, Mr. GH2. Ty actually reached out to me, invited me to his 25th birthday out here in NYC. But that's the Friday of going into Wrestlemania. So I had messaged him back. I told him, like, yeah, I don't think I'm gonna be able to make it to the birthday celebration because I'll be streaming that Friday night SmackDown going into Mania. Now, had circumstances been a little different, I probably could bypass that SmackDown, but knowing that this will be, for all intents and purposes, the most important SmackDown going in, kind of difficult one to go and skip that stream. And then furthermore, if there was a scenario where I can go afterwards, then hey, you know, see how fast I can make it to the city. But we'll cross that bridge when we have to. We've got 2 weeks until then. Killer said your older bros is going to WrestleMania. Oh, really? How cool is that? Older bros is going to WrestleMania. How cool is that? W Brothers, man. Is that first time in Vegas? Anybody going to Vegas for WrestleMania? I tell people all the time, Vegas is a great time. Vegas is a great time. Bring Ty to the stream. Hey, I would if there was a situation where I could watch SmackDown from the nightclub, I'd do it. If I could watch SmackDown from the nightclub, I'd do it. So hey, who knows? But bring them on the stream. Who knows? Could you imagine we in the fucking nightclub, my dumb ass over here holding SmackDown on one stream? I'd actually have to have a cameraman with me. I'm holding SmackDown on one stream. We in the club. Folks is in the middle of getting the dance and shit. You're in the middle of getting the dance and shit. You're watching SmackDown streaming in real time. That's going to be a lot going on. That's going to be a lot going on. Dread said, I got a P.O. box. You want to send me some if I'm actually going to play? What shit? I would play it, but I don't have a P.O. box no more because the P.O. box is out here fucking bread, bro. Like I had a P.O. box. I want to say 2018 to 2020. What was it, like $226 every 6 months? So it was damn near $500. Well, about like $450, if you will, every year. And don't get me wrong, in the grand scheme of things, it don't sound nothing crazy. But in total, for the amount of things that I received versus actually having it, it ain't make no sense to keep it anymore. But if you do want to send me some, send me email me, and I'll shoot you a neutral address that you can send it to. Because I do have I've sent, like, for example, the marriage invites that I received. I have an address that folks can send stuff to. Dread said, when am I coming to a Heat game? You got me. Oh, say less. I haven't gone to a Heat game in a couple of years, actually. So unfortunately, it looks like they're fixing to be in the play-in again. I'm not very happy about that. But I've never had a bad time. Anytime I've gone to Miami, I've been in Miami like 20 sometimes, especially when I was shooting the Assiduous podcast. I've probably been in Miami like 30 sometimes, but then some of those times were just day trips. Vegas, I've been to Vegas 5 times now. I've literally never had a bad time in Vegas. I've never had a bad day in Vegas. I actually have some clips from Vegas 2017 Bro, I found this on the terabyte. Let me see if I could. When I was staying at the Riho Casino. Oh wow, what do you know? There's a video of me and Sis Adonis. But yeah, this is. Let me see here. This was in the club, Metro. Yo, the connection. Oh my God, yo, the quality of the video, so bad. The quality of the video is so bad. Oh my God. Oh, okay. Hold on. Wait a minute. This is when I went and I scooped bread off the ground. If the bouncers see this, listen, I cannot confirm nor deny said sentiments. This is Vegas 2017. Bro, this is 9 years ago, son.
I go to sleep.
9 years ago.
I told y'all before, when they throwing money in the VIP, I calmly got myself out of the VIP, went downstairs, and got myself some motherfucking money. Picked that shit off the floor. No shame in my game.
Oh, oh man. Oh man. I what was that, $17? Bro, I was scheming, son. I was scheming. This Vegas 2017. Hold on, wait a minute. Let me see here. This gambling. Bro, I was not playing around. Bro, when I started seeing the money on the floor, I looked around, like, hold on. Hey, ain't nobody peeping what's going on. Hey, let me take some of this bread. I'm leaving here with some. This years before Denzel even, I'm leaving with some. They had the hose. They had the hose suspended. This is Club Light. They had the hose suspended from the ceiling. They was up there. They had them suspended from the ceiling. I think Metro Boomin showed up mad late. Funny enough, oh yeah, this is gonna be bad for the ears. This is gonna be terrible for the ears. Yeah, I ain't gonna put this in there because that's gonna be bad for the ears. Matter of fact, fuck it. Lower your volume right now. You got a few seconds. All right, lower your volume. 3, 2, 1. I told you it was gonna be bad. But yeah, Metro Boomin showed up. But yeah, man, that was some good times out in Vegas, 2017. I went out there for a Britney Spears concert. That was the very first concert I ever went to in my entire life. And me and Sis Adonis was out there having a good time out there at the Rio Casino. I actually still have the nightclub coupon. 100% sure it doesn't work anymore. But yeah, 100% sure it doesn't work anymore. But yeah, I was out there in Vegas having the time of my life in 2017. Let me see. Oh, wait a minute. I got a casino recap. Hold on, wait a minute. Yo, this is fun. So I haven't seen these in years. Hold on, I got a casino recap. Hold on.
All right, so boom, I just left the casino.
Damn,
I was in the
I'm
motherfucking fast lane, winning a whole lot of money. My man done made like $45, all right? It don't sound like a lot to you, but that's a whole motherfucking goddamn phone bill. So I had $45 that I done made, right? I should have just fucking walked away. I should have did it, but I didn't.
It is what it is.
So basically what the fuck happened was, they said, yo, double or nothing. I said, bet. All of a sudden I lose all my bread. I leave the motherfucking casino winning only 25 cents. It's some old bullshit. Listen, I should have went and spent my money ordering the motherfucking prostitute, because at least I'd have known I was getting fucked up front, son. These casino people out here, they motherfucking ISIS, all right? I don't fuck with them. They Al-Qaeda on the motherfucking tables, okay? Let me win my money. Why did they do that to me, son? I didn't like the way it played out, son. So guess what I'm gonna do? Okay, I'm gonna go and get me a firearm. And I'm coming to casino, I'm shooting the motherfucking place up. You think I'm playing? I'm not playing with nobody, son. Everybody about to die. I'm about to get my money back. Folks are talking about taking my $45. I'm taking every single piece of money inside of the hotel and casino.
Oh, I ain't gonna hold you. I was sick though because I lost my bread, son. I was mad than a motherfucker. I done lost my doggone money, so I wasn't having a good time. They took my bread. Oh my God. Oh my God, bro. Yeah, you being ISIS of the whatever it was. That's classic line. Classic line. Oh, what am I drinking? The tequila espresso martini. Tequila is how much is it? This is 12 milliliters. Shit. I said 12 milliliters. This is 375 milliliters. I might just mess around and drink the whole goddamn thing. But yeah, so good times. Good times. Good times. I was in there losing bread, son. I was in there losing bread. I was sick. I was sick losing bread, son. It's so funny. I got these. You know, now that I think about it, this is why it's so important to go and record videos, man, because it's like a fucking time capsule. You just go all the way back into the past. Like, if you were to tell me 9 years later, I'd look at myself 10 years ago and I'd actually have video evidence of something like that. Man. 375 milliliters. Let me see if it zooms in. Son of a, this is the part where you get, so 375 milliliters espresso, tequila espresso martini. 40 proof, 20% alcohol. I'm like, okay, I'm gonna have to walk all of this off anyway. Wow, I said this shit to Sis Adonis. This shorty went out drinking. I sent it to her. Shorty went out drinking. Yo, are you serious? No invite is crazy. That's crazy. But yeah, so Chess said the conjoined twins video is ridiculous. Yo, do I have this? Oh my God. I might still have that on my phone. Bro, I'll always go back and laugh at that fucking video, fam. The conjoined twins, because if y'all remember, those videos, and still to a degree, like if I did a rant video, it'd be the same shit. All I would do is take my phone, set it up in the corner of my fucking Honda, and then I would just press record and just go. I saw a clip of conjoined twins. I didn't even think. Maybe 10 seconds in the clip, I went to the car, said, fuck, yo, y'all ever thought with conjoined twins? And I just went. That man, classic video right there. Classic video right there. Oh my God. Mr. GH2 said you still got the clip of the first time I shouted you out in the commentary when Devontae Freeman hit the chaos control. Oh, yes, because you tweeted at me about it, and then I put it inside the video. That's right. Justin in the building. What's going on, brother? How's everything going? So congrats on 10 years. Am I doing the NFL draft live? I don't think I'll be live for the draft. Because that 1 year that I did go live for the draft, because I don't follow college football heavily, I follow casually, and I can't even really consider that casually at that. So, because that's the case,
234 is now following.
I don't think it would be a good experience for me. Because if you remember that year that I went and I was live for it, I'm looking at like highlight compilations to determine if this person is a good player or not. But why would they have bad highlights in the compilation? Like, they did have some stuff when they were reviewing players where they were saying this is some stuff that this player could work on. This is what they excel at. They went to this school. They're a 4-year starter, 2-year starter, All-American, 5-star recruit, all these different stuff. But if I'm not following heavily, I don't think it's a good move for me to go ahead and be live. And then on top of that, it's 3.5 hours to 4 hours, a lot of filler in between. I could fill the filler, but I don't think it would be a good view for y'all. Of course, I can make anything entertaining and worthwhile, but nonetheless, it's one of those things where I'm like, man, you're going to be having folks getting selected. I have no idea who these people are, and I'm finding out in real time. It's going to be tough. Now, albeit, I think a blind reaction always can be entertaining. Blind reaction to things can always be entertaining. But I don't know. For me right now, it's a no. Maybe my mind will change. So who knows? Justin Bafavon said, doing well yourself. Our company just gave you a bonus. Big W. You do love how the marble racing has become a big, let alone part of the Adonis lore. Yes, indeed. Hey, shout out to all of the people. Yo, I started getting recognized in public primarily for the marble races. I went to, I almost said Coat, Tao restaurant in Manhattan in New York City. I got stopped by a gentleman who said, yo, Team Gold, man, shout out to you. Appreciate the marble race. I'm like, man, I love that. Down in Houston for High Rocks, on 3 different occasions, I got stopped. All 3 of them, the first thing they referenced was the marble racing. I appreciate every single one of you. I think it was Jesus Christ, is escaping me. It might have been Coach Eric. I believe he's also a High Rocks coach. He raced 20 minutes after me. Golly, oh man, what's his name? He's big in the clutch community. He shows up to their watch parties. He should be at the top of my DMs. Hold on, wait a minute. He should be at the top of my DMs because I have him here. It's goddamn, what's his name? Ryan. Yeah, there it is. Ryan, shout out to Ryan as well. And then there's one more brother, but I'm forgetting his name. I'm pulling a blank. And then Corey yesterday at the movie theater. Shout out to Corey. All of them had referenced the marble races first. Some of them had been subscribers longer than, in recent times when I started doing the marble reactions, I believe in January. But shout out to everybody. Now they showing love for the marble racing, man. That means a lot, man. That means a lot. And the compilation is almost at 200,000 views. Where did that come from? The treadmill races struggling to break 50, if I'm not mistaken. The treadmill race compilation not even hitting 50. But the goddamn marble, the treadmill compilation is at 30 grand. It's at 30K. It's nowhere near getting to 50. But the marble race compilation is at 195,000. Folks is fucking with the marble reactions, man. So I appreciate y'all. Creator said you just saw LA Knight crash iShow Speed's stream and gave him a receipt for Monday. I love it. I absolutely love it. I saw that clip before I went live. Let me tell you something right now. Speed understands it. Because not only is he continuing, what's been started on Monday with LA Knight and the feud, which most likely will culminate in a 3-on-3 tag team match at Wrestlemania, he also is selling Danhausen as well. So here's a guy who's not even, what am I, Chris Collinsworth? Now here's a guy who's not even in WWE, who's bringing kayfabe to a degree back when he legitimately doesn't have to. I appreciate Speed so much for that, because if you're going to have celebrity individuals involved in the show, don't have it to where it's incredibly fictitious. Like, no disrespect to Jelly Roll. I don't want to take anything away from him. I know he enjoys professional wrestling. And he's probably, like, he was a guy who wanted to lose at SummerSlam. I believe it was SummerSlam where they had the tag match. Because I was there, but I'm trying to remember if it was at SummerSlam. I think it was. And then ultimately him defeating Kit Wilson. But for me, in my opinion, him beating Kit Wilson is ridiculous. That doesn't make any sense. Kit Wilson's a wrestler. You're not. You're Jelly Roll. You're a fucking musician. You should be losing, getting your ass kicked, if you will, right? But Speed has done nothing but sell since showing up. Whether it had been in the Rumble, when he got speared by Braun Breaker, whether it was this past Monday when he ended up punching LA Knight by accident, getting RKO'd a few years back by Randy Orton. You got to appreciate that type of stuff, man. You got to appreciate that type of stuff. He's a real one. He gets a big time thumbs up from me, man. Because if it was up to me and I was part of, and I had an opportunity to leverage, my clout to be a part of the show, that's the same shit that I would be doing. If I get caught with a maneuver, I'm about to be walking around with a brace for a month. If I were to stream or make videos, I'm going to be selling the injury the entire time. If I'm out in public, I'm going to be selling the injury. I'm going to have it sold so well, you're going to be 100% concerned for my well-being. Nobody around me will know if I'm actually good or not. You'll literally be so confused about what's going on. That's the type of shit that I'd be on. Like I said time and time again, Let Me had been in one segment. The way I would sell, you would literally think WWE would have to shut down the show. I'm going to make it look like I fucking died. There's a joke in there, but I'm not going to do it because it's kind of inappropriate. But I would look forward to that. Marble over the treadmill. And then Spaceman said treadmill over the marbles. You know, funny enough, it seems like the people are gravitating more towards the marbles. And I did enjoy the treadmill first, but I think marble kind of got the treadmill beat. And the treadmill guy hasn't been uploading any videos like that, at least on IG. I think maybe got hacked or just saw there was no money in IG and just stopped uploading, because there hasn't been a marble race that has actually been up to date in a couple of years, because I finally went to the page. I don't know why I never went to the page. But I finally went to the page. I'm like, damn, ain't no uploads regarding the treadmill races for quite some time. I went to their TikTok and I saw perhaps they're pivoting away from the races, but considering how much follows, because they're well over 4 million, at least on TikTok. So it probably ended up peaking, but they must have made a bulk load of money. And then they also had the gambling sponsorship with I think it was it Bet Online? I think it was Bet Online. So shout out to them. They got their his treadmill probably broke, but he could have easily got another one with sponsorship. Could have easily got another one. So I think he either got bored of doing it, or it just got to a point in which it was capped. And then at that point, he's like, "Yeah, I made my bread. I'm up out of here. I ain't doing it no more." But hey, doesn't mean I'm gonna stop. I'm definitely gonna take some of those older treadmill races and then make some more content around that. But yeah, the marble racing has been fun. The marble racing has been fun. Jesse said, will we see you at WrestleMania and winning the WWE Championship? You genuinely deserve to be champion. That's funny. I thought about that the other day because somebody asked me, why haven't I looked into going into professional wrestling? And I've told this before. 10 years ago, when they did like a discovery thing, because when they were bringing Tough Enough back, I sent in a video just kind of jokingly, because it was the first year I was doing content creation as well, because I believe it was 2016. It wasn't 2015. I think it was 2016. And I sent in a video. It didn't get selected. But I thought about it. I'm like, man, if there was ever a time where I could, try to be a professional wrestler, it's now. This is before the Performance Center was a thing. The downside of it all was the travel schedule was crazy. At the time, you had all the live events. And if you wanted to break into wrestling, of course, you started like a local wrestling school or whatever. And if you're starting to mess around and get some bookings, you got to travel and go around and do the whole gambit, right?
Oh, yeah.
So I have no money at all. My parents are not going to finance this. So I'd ultimately have to work a job, wrestle. I wouldn't be able to go and do content, but I had just started doing content. So I looked at it and I said, yo, you know what? I think the best case scenario, and if I remember correctly, Kevin Hart had showed up. Kevin Hart had showed up maybe some years prior, because Adam Rose, if you guys remember, don't be what was it? Don't be a lemon, be a rosebud, or was it a lemon? I think it was a lemon. Be a rosebud. Adam Rose had a segment, and Kevin Hart was randomly there. I think that Raw took place in the Barclays Center, because I remember I was at a random Raw, and I think Kevin Hart was there. And then there was a SummerSlam match where Stephen Amell was in a match. Something told me during that time, yo, you know what? If you're going to get involved in WWE, the best case scenario for somebody like me, because of the schedule at that particular time, get enough clout to where you can leverage the clout and then go and be a part of it. So I would much rather be in a situation to where I build up enough visibility to where that's my avenue to go, versus being a person who's like coming up in this is before the Performance Center, of course, but somebody who's coming up, doing all of the bumps, grinding on the indie scene in order to go and break through. Because I think that's the better situation that I would ultimately be able to find myself in. Now, all that being said, would I be a full-time wrestler? I don't think so. But just having a moment at having a moment in WWE, if that were to happen, that'll be a dream come true. That'd be a dream come true. Let alone a match. That'd be crazy. That'd be crazy. As I was watching WrestleMania 17, I was talking about this earlier on this very stream, where it was a little emotional for me, because that was myself and the unknown Adonis, we fucking loved that WrestleMania. We watched it so many times. I remember when Rhino is carrying Edge up the ladder to win that match. I remember when we were younger, and this is before his brother passed away. I was like, man, that would be me helping you guys go and win, the tag team championships. If in the event, myself and the unchiseled Adonis weren't in the match. So I thought about, I'm like, yo, could I imagine a scenario where I win a WWE championship? And anytime I ever had that thought cross my mind, he was like, he'd be there in the front row. And now that opportunity is like, it's not there. So I think about, because it really started to get to me after watching WrestleMania 40 again, watching the main event when Cody handed the title to his mother. Oh man, I was like, damn, because for him, it's like, yo, hanging it to his mom was cool, but he wanted to hand it to Dusty. So I'm like, you win a championship, you want to hand that shit to my brother. So but yeah, if I was ever to get into WWE, I'll do my segment, but I'll be a fucking wreck after. I would be a wreck. Gotcha, bitch. At the
Cam
moment I
underscore
walk
Kalamis
through
is now
Gorilla, if I'm
following.
able to hold it together, I'm gonna be bawling, bro. I'd be fucking bawling. You say, I know I fucked up the pronunciation there. Said, you prefer just being a fan than being a part of it. You don't want to end up ringing a bell, collecting donations for Salvation Army. Well, yeah, it could be something, especially if like you get involved. You don't want to be like, I wouldn't want to be the person announcing. And tonight's attendance, 77,326 people here in NRG Stadium. Thank you guys for coming down to Houston. I wouldn't want to be that person. I'd want to be somebody who's actually doing something. And I saw a tweet earlier. The reason why I mentioned that is they apparently Kim Kardashian got paid 25 grand to announce the attendance at WrestleMania 24. 25 grand. 20 Sign me up. Gully said the Marble videos and lift and lift and lift. Come on and lift and lift. You know what's funny? Two children are obsessed with my Marvel my Marble videos. These motherfuckers love the and lift part. I don't get it. I just don't get it. But it works for him. So I'm like, hey, you like it? I love it. Mr. GH2 said, you're gonna keep on asking till I see it. Have I seen the Falcons' new uniforms? Yes. But I'm pulling a blank. Let me go search it up. Oh, wait, let me see if Sis Adonis respond. They literally decided to come 30 minutes ago. You decided to pull up 30 minutes ago and still didn't send no invite. You a hoe. All right, so let me see here. Aretha Franklin. The hell that got to do with me? Falcons uniform. Oh wait, this is kind of going back to the, although it's black, it's red instead of black, but this is kind of a little bit of a mixture of the old early 2000s uniform and a mixture of the newer ones. This is all right. It's all right. I prefer the older Falcon, the early 2000 Falcon, but neither here nor there. You're just glad Tua is out of Miami? She said I wasn't going to pull up. Even though I wasn't going to pull up, you could have sent an invite, though. So, Adaptive in the building. What's going on? Said, yeah, that's how you feel about your event. Tried to get a get together before your mom passed. So she could see you become a champion before she passed. But August 15th, she'll get to see it from up above. Yes, indeed. Oh, and I got it saved in my calendar. I have it saved in my calendar. Ooh, shit. Let me call son back. I gotta finish. I have it saved on. Yep. I have it saved right here on the calendar for the 15th. I got it saved right there on the calendar for the 15th. Do I play Smash Bros? Melee, yes. Oh, that reminds me. This past Sunday, Unchiseled Adonis and Mr. No IG, and also neighbor Adonis, Resident Hobbit, all came to my house, and Resident Hobbit left early. But we had an opportunity to go and play on the Switch, the new Mario Kart, and also Mario Party. That was very fun. That was incredibly fun. I don't have Mario Party or Mario Kart for the Switch, but I might have to go ahead and download it so that we can play it on stream, because I'm a Nintendo guy through and through. I've always been a Nintendo guy first. N64 was my very first console. I had the GameCube before I had the PS2. In fact, my parents never purchased the PS2 for me. I pretty much took it. I don't want to say take it, but I was given it by my friends. So I was always more of a Nintendo guy. Yeah, Mario Kart is one of the best games under the sun. And I have Double Dash. I have Double Dash, which I think is the best one. The only thing that kind of sucks is I just wish, and maybe they have it in the newer games, so perhaps there's already an answer for it, where you can just do all of the courses in one. I think in Double Dash you have to unlock it to where it's like the all course, so it's 16 straight races. That's in Mario Double Dash. That's in Double Dash, right? Where you could do all 16 straight races. I think it's in Double Dash. Because when I was a kid, not even when I was a little bit of a young adult, I remember being able to go and play that. Yeah, Double Dash. So is that still a thing in the newer Mario Kart? Also, that smart steering stuff, ridiculous. I had to turn it off, and there's so much options for different cars. You have to beat every cup in order to do the okay. Yeah, so that's probably why I ended up getting it, because I really enjoy Mario Kart. Is one of those games you can really enjoy playing by yourself until you get very, very good. Because when you get very, very good, then it's kind of difficult, because you end up winning without feeling like a challenge. The 150 cc is like nothing, and then they have mirror, so you do it in reverse. I forget what they called it in Double Dash, because it wasn't mirror anymore. It was something else. But yeah, it was always a good game to go and play. Yeah, because by default they had smart steering on. I kept veering to the left. I'm like, what are we doing? But I ended up winning 2 out of 3 of the total competition, so that was fun. I was like, oh man, this is all right. And then Mario Party, I got screwed. A new character that I discovered, Monty Mole. I don't know why, because I've been a viewer of Mario for, I believe this year is the 40th anniversary. I've been a viewer of Mario for a very long time. Had no clue who Monty Mole was until this past Sunday. And funny enough, Monty Mole was one of in the background character of the Mario movie when I saw it yesterday in theaters. Very disappointed in Monty Mole. I despise Monty Mole. I hate the way Monty Mole walks. Hate the Monty Mole stands. Hate the way Monty Mole looks. Anything Monty Mole, I am against. So Monty Mole is my op. Did I see the movie yesterday? Yes, I saw the movie yesterday. The ticket stub is, it was over here somewhere, but it was over here somewhere. I've since lost it. Because I used to hold on to all of my ticket stubs, but I've since, oh, here it is. Yeah, so I saw it yesterday. I went out to Long Island theaters to go and watch it. So I saw Mario yesterday. So Super Mario yesterday. So that was all right. Monty Mole has been around since Super Mario World. I don't know why I completely, missed Super Mario. Old Black Dude Blaze said, hey, my guy, hope you're doing well. Congrats on 10 years. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. Was the movie good? I would say about a 7 out of 10. It was an all right movie. I was a little disappointed that certain characters weren't in it. But I think it was very easy to follow. 100% a kid's movie, without question. There were some points in which I thought a plot twist was going to happen, but then it didn't end up happening. But it was a good movie. Great humor. Very good humor. So, but it's about like a 7 out of 10 for me. Just slightly above average, because I think the humor carried it. The humor carried it. And then some surprise cameos, if you will, that I didn't expect to be in the movie that ended up being in the movie. King said, have I seen They Will Kill You? When I was down in Austin for South by Southwest, I was supposed to go see it, but then the reservation for it sold out, so I didn't get a chance to go and see it. But I have to go and tune in when I get a chance. K-Dub said the family is gone. You have nothing to do till you leave next week, so you might go. Yeah, hey, go. Definitely go. It's definitely worth a watch. I'll say that much. It's definitely worth a watch. Doom Odom said, congrats on 10 years. What did I learn the most about finances being a creator? Blessings, bro. Well, number one, taxes. Number one, taxes. Put away a percentage for your taxes, because you do not want to get that tax bill at the end of the year and you're sitting there saying, who do I have to rob in order to make this payment? By far, taxes. Secondly, you must establish a budget. And then, of course, a financial plan, but establish a budget, because with content creation, I'll tell you right now, there are some very high highs and some incredibly low lows. The moment that you touch a certain amount of income, in your mind, you will believe you'll be here forever until you're not. And when you're not, if you increased lifestyle significantly, I apologize in advance. So taxes, budget, big time. Big time. And then lastly, bookkeeping. Because you got to recognize it's completely different than when you were just a regular 9-to-5er. Because you getting 1099'd up this motherfucker. When you filing, you now have the benefit of having some, some write-offs, if you will, right? Downside is you get audited, you got to provide some doggone receipts. And if you can't provide them receipts, you got to pay. That highest fucking bracket, you going to be in there depending on the situation, right? So you got to factor that type of stuff in. You got to factor that stuff in. That's big time. That is big time. So taxes, budget, bookkeeping. Those three, regarding the financial portion of being a creator, those three are huge. Those three are huge. Pedro said Puma sponsored this man. Bro, I'm trying. Their social media team had reacted to, they reposted my video recap on Hyrox, or I should say Hyrox partner, post. They reacted to that, and then they also liked my comment in the DM. But I'm gonna see if I could reach out to see if I can mess around and get a sponsor. That would be awesome. That would be awesome, because it's funny. While I was at Hyrox, there's a lot of people who they aspire to be content creators in fitness, right? So it's like, all right, I'm getting into fitness to be a content creator. I'm a content creator who just so happens to do fitness from time to time. So like I was talking about a little bit earlier, with having a little bit of juice, I could leverage the platform a little bit to be able to get a bit more visibility than other people. Because I saw Puma go and send, merch to, no disrespect to them, but content creators who have much less reach, if you will. Because at the end of the day, reach and influence, or I should say reach is everything. Influence follows, because you gotta at least take a bet on the reach, take a chance on the reach in order to identify if those individuals happen to have influence. So I'm definitely going to be reaching out to a lot of these different companies, seeing if I can mess around and get myself a sponsorship, because I've been doing a lot of fitness stuff. Like I won a 5K last year, right? Matter of fact, where's the plaque? Hold on, wait. I won a 5K last year. I won a 5K last year by accident, right? I never posted the video. I won a 5K by accident last year. I never posted a video. So I have to post the video. Low key, what was my 5K? Like 21 minutes. I think it was like 21 minutes and like 40 something seconds. It's like, it's ass. For like real runners, it's ass. But I won the race by accident. It was a week after I ran the marathon. So my body's beat up. I just so happened to had won it by accident, right? Oh yeah, I'm 100% gonna mess around and get smoked. Like, and on top of that, I'm way too heavy. Like, I think I ran that at the time. I ran it at like 205. Right now, I think I'm like 209, maybe. But I won the 5K by accident. So I have to post the yeah, I think if I didn't run the marathon, I probably would have got like 21, maybe 21 flat or so, but still, somebody who really runs, they probably get me in that 5K. But how did I win by accident? I had the faster total race time, but I wasn't the first one to finish through the tape. So, it was like a 13-year-old kid. I'm gonna talk about it in the video when I post it. But it was like a 13-year-old kid who ended up passing, and he went through the ribbon, if you will, first. But I ran a faster total of time because you guys got to remember, time starts when you go through the line. So he may have taken off, but I had to go and catch him. So I ran a faster first lap and a faster second lap. But he finished just before me. But total time, I beat him by like milliseconds. You know, yeah, I said, you're 18 and a half right now. You're 180, 510. Jeez, Louise, bro. Yash is a fucking athlete, bro. You had them damn near going for 1 million steps in a month. Or was it a week? I forget. Millions, or I should say hundreds of kettlebell swings. Golly, you're 180? Hey, I gotta drop down. Like right now, if my total goal is get down to 195. I get down to 195, then I'll be in a good spot. But yeah, I gotta see if I can go drop down. Because what's your mile right now? Like the fastest mile I ever ran was 448. And that was in high school. Registered for whatever reason, that one's not on the website, but 459 is on the website. But as an adult, fastest mile that I ran was recorded was 613, but I 100% believe that I ran a 602 during the pandemic. So I have to go back and do it again. So I want to get back to breaking, seeing if I could go ahead and break 6, which I'm 100% sure that I can. I just got to get back into running, so I can get there. Black Freakazoid said you went from 222 to 208. Your goal is 190. Nice. Nathan put 20 on it. My guy said, now the Final Four is almost here. It's been 4 days since that crazy ending with UConn and Duke. Yeah, we were watching that on Sunday. It was ridiculous. Duke had the game won. They fucking blew it. All you have to do is hold on to the ball and get fouled. Shame. Duke. Yeah, it's a shame on Duke. Complete shame on Duke. And it's crazy. Once the ball left the UConn player's hands, I'm like, yo, it's about to go in, ain't it? I said, oh, yo, we was going crazy, bro. We was going crazy. Hey, Mac, my guy. So congrats to you, Chiseled Adonis. Let's go. You are the Patriot fan who if I'm not mistaken, you are in the Middle East, because I believe you're in medical field, right? Correct me if I'm wrong. Nathan put 5 on it, said they had a 19-point lead at one point. They literally fell apart. That Boozer kid who made that brain fart decision, put your motherfucking head back down, you goddamn bum. That's a fact, bro. Man's got to put his motherfucking head back down, because how the hell do you lose that way? Hey, Mac, my guy. Yes, indeed. See, I got a good memory. I got a good memory for what it's worth. But yeah, man. Oh, boy. Crazy times, man. Absolute crazy times. Let me see here. This is New Orleans, 2019. The Dong in the building. What's going on? Prodigy said, what's my favorite football team? Don't say Giants. Damn. Oh, you must be a new subscriber. I'm a Pittsburgh Steelers fan. There's my the NBA Miami Heat fan. Pittsburgh Steelers fan. Must be a new subscriber. Must be a new subscriber. Let me see here. See if I can find another old school video here. Oh no, I don't think they would be on this phone. Or I should say, oh no, I have some of the compilations in here. I have some of the compilations in here. You want to see somebody? Oh my God, bro, this is old school. Here's some. Hey, y'all check y'all volume real quick. Nathan Batuan said, is that considered a clitoris alert in basketball? 110% it is. Norm said, I apologize for the spam. Just wanted to say I love the content, and the content has gotten you through so much. Congrats on 10 years on YouTube. Much love, family. Always love the marble races, the couple matching, the bottles, and the tipsy bartender ones. Much love, fam. I appreciate that so much. Here's a quick old school rant video. A-Mac done gave out 50 gifteds. God damn. A-Mac done gave out 50 gifteds to the community. My guy in the village, hidden in the sand, giving out all kinds of gifts, donations. I appreciate you. I appreciate you, family. Much love, man. Much love, man. I appreciate that, dog. That's much love. Holding it down for the community. I was just about to go get one of those old school. Let me pull up one of these old. Yo, the pixelation on these videos are fucking terrible, bro. Oh yeah. The pixelation is yo, damn, we got almost 70 subscribers on the live alone. Shout out to the community, man. That's much love. Hold on, wait a minute. I want y'all to see right now. This is old. This is 2016 Adonis. Yeah. First off, I apologize about the quality of the video, but you got to bear with me. I was recording off of my motherfucking phone. And I think it was before I even got the Nikon. 100% before I got the Nikon. Because the first ever camera I've ever had was over there. It was like the Nikon D3300. But PlayStation graphics is crazy, but low-key it might be. So volume check in advance. Volume check. But some classic Adonis videos. And I apologize if somebody gets offended, because 2016 Adonis has changed or crazy, if I must say so myself.
You can't tell me people who eat pancakes without syrup is not part of ISIS. I saw that shit live with my own eyes today at IHOP. I saw a motherfucker sit down, he ordered like 17 pancakes, and he ate all that motherfucking shit dry. Guess what? You can't eat dry pancakes and not savor the taste. Talking about, it was on point. No, fuck out of here. You part of ISIS, you motherfucker. I know who they are. Y'all was wondering who part of ISIS? I figured out who they are. If you see somebody eating fucking dry pancakes, you turn them into the authorities tonight. I'm telling you. You want to know why? Because dry food tastes like dust. You guess what? Dust is in the air. Where's the air? Everywhere. Where ISIS at? Everywhere. Therefore, people who eat pancakes without syrup, part of ISIS, I figured it out. You let the authorities know tonight.
There are a few times in life where you consider joining ISIS. Like, look at this shit. Every car in the parking lot is horizontal. Every single one. But this dickhead decides, let me park vertical. Like, the son was here about 3 minutes ago, and son parked the car, got out, and just walked away like this shit, okay? This is why motherfuckers get shot in the street. Like, how? Somebody should come revoke your license. You should never be allowed to drive ever again. If I had a boot, I'd put it on all 4 of his wheels.
Wait, I ain't playing with you, dog. Understand, I'm wearing this jersey for one reason only, dog. I'm a Miami Heat fan to the death. There's only been one NBA team I've ever cheered for in my whole life, okay? You don't get to leave to go home to Chicago. They ain't got no winners in Chicago. They're shooting in Chicago. You need to stay your ass in Miami, son. I'm not playing with you. Real talk. Let you hop on a plane and go to Chicago with your family. Your whole fam getting lined, son. Real talk. Gabrielle, it's a wrap for you, boy. You thought they were shooting in Chicago. You thought they had Chirac out there. You thought there was a real BDK, whatever the fuck their names was. I'm going to be shooting at y'all, son. You're not leaving, son. I'm not playing with you. Real talk. I got some Zoes in Florida tonight, son. What you want to eat? I got the Haitian food on deck, son. Yo, you want legume? I got you. Soup Jumo? I got you, son. You not going to Chicago, son. Stay in Miami, son. You're supposed to have 4 rings on your finger, son. We just side, wide side. What you doing this shit for, boy? Look at the back. W-A-D-E, Wade, boy. The fuck you talk about? 3 rings. 3 rings, boy. Greatest Miami player of all time. Why the fuck you trying to leave, son? Nah, son, I'm real tight right now, boy. You're not going nowhere. I don't care nothing about what reports I see. If it ain't signed on the dotted line, you ain't going nowhere, boy. I'm calling all my Zos tonight. I'm telling you, whatever you want to eat, Wade, I got you, son. I got you. But hop on that plane. Sign that contract. I dare you. I dare you. Your son ain't playing ball no more. He not. Nobody playing ball no more. You was Father Prime no more, son. You about to get crippled like Optimus Prime. Matter of fact, he died in Transformers 2. You about to die in my dream because I ain't gonna murder you. I'm really pussy. You not going nowhere, son. I ain't playing with you. Stay your ass in Miami. Pat Riley, get it done, sign the contract, give him the 50 mil that he deserved, boy. You're Hall of Famer, don't let him walk. Fuck good with you, son. Boy, W-E-A-D-E, son, come on. Wait, son, number 3, son. We supposed to put three rings. 3 rings. Fuck you leaving for? Wayne, son. I love you, son. You can't leave, son. You can't leave. Miami, all I got, son. LeBron win the championships. Golden State got all the power, son. They Space Jam out there. Golden State is Space Jam, son. Come on. Come on. Come on home. Not to Chicago. Fuck Chicago. Everybody in Chicago eat a dick. Come on home. Please. Don't leave, Wade. Don't leave. So it's official. Wade leaving to go to Chicago.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Because it got released in the middle of tape.
I don't know what the fuck I'm supposed to do now. Because Wade's my favorite NBA player of all time. But I've been a Miami Heat fan before Wade came. So this kind of hard. Only Heat jerseys I own are all Wade. Fuck I'm supposed to do now. I was going to wear this shirt to work tomorrow. I can't do that. I'm looking like an idiot. Somebody tell me where you can sign up for ISIS. Seriously, why the fuck? Pat Riley, what are you doing? Just 10 more mil, son. You got the bread. Tyler Johnson left. Joe Johnson left. Lou Aldang left. You got wild bread. Pay the man. But you don't pay him. And where you going to fucking Chicago, son? You don't even know if Bosh gonna play again. We gotta buy him a new lung. You just pay Whiteside all that bread, but you can't give the bread to Wade, son. Come on. Come on, son. Fuck, man.
I was having a bad
Shit,
time.
man. Son.
I was having a bad time. I was probably like 190 during this time. No,
It's the last time.
185.
It's the last time.
Oh wow. This is inside of my last job when I was renting bikes and boats in a fucking kiosk with no heating. Bro, let me tell you something right now. We would start to rent out bikes and boats during this time frame. It started usually around Memorial Day. Sometimes Easter weekend. It was isolated weekends. So Easter weekend, we'd probably go rent out bikes, obviously no boats. Memorial Day weekend, but if the weather was very favorable, we would start earlier in May, right? So this fucking kiosk, bro, I worked in Marine Park in Brooklyn. The amount of yarmulkes that I had to service. Shit. It was endless. My first
Justin's Punch
day
626 just subscribed.
on the job. Shout out to Justin. My first day on the job. 77 children Jews. It was brutal. They was everywhere. Riding on top of the goddamn bike, on the side of the bike, under the bike, Yakov and Steinbergs were going crazy, son. I'm like, what are we doing, son? This is ridiculous. They didn't even come out the basement. But they was out here all over the bikes, bro. It was ridiculous. Recording on an iPhone 3. Nah, this was on like a Galaxy 3. I think this was on the Galaxy 3, or I was recording this on my Motorola or something like that. Motorola's a crazy pull. But yeah, on my Motorola, I forget. Man, I really got to find those phones, bro. I have to find those phones. But these son bitches was old, man. Listen.
Public service announcement, son. Men, fellas, we need to boycott all these parties, son. Some old bullshit. All the times the promoters be like, ladies, free all night. Men, $75, $150 to $200 after 12 a.m. Yo, what the fuck, son? We about to have them parties with no men inside. Boy, you gonna have a bunch of bitches inside judging each other all night long because there ain't no men to dance on, son. And matter of fact, you be spending all this bread to go inside the parties and you be having bitches like this. I see you whining your ass really nice. I'm trying to get a dub. You talking about, no, I only came to dance for my friends. Yo, get the fuck out of here, son. Who are you here for? You came to bust a wine? Bust a wine on me, boy. The fuck? Until they lower the doggone prices to $0 for men to get at the party, I ain't going. Don't tell me I'm broke, because I am. I know I am. Fuck you talking about student loans whooping my ass. Some old bullshit, man. The fuck? Pokemon Go got me like...
There's a Snorlax in here, yo. There's a Snorlax in here. Why is a Snorlax on my bed? Yo, how am I supposed to catch this? I need a poke food. Wait a minute, just my brother. Get your fat ass up.
So I was on the beach earlier and I saw a couple of Middle Eastern, Arabic, Muslim women walk by. Like, you know, the women who got their whole body covered and you can only see their eyes and a little bit of their ankle too. But I had a couple questions for the brothers who date these women. Like, at what point do you see their body? Like, I don't know about y'all, but I don't think I could go months, years dating a woman who I could only see their eyes and a little bit of their ankle. Like, I don't understand that. Like, if they take off their headpiece and it's a dude under there, does that make you gay? Like, what if they take that shit off, or it's a tranny, or it's Wendy Williams, or it's two kids stacked on top of each other? Like, I don't think I could deal with something like that. Like,
this is the original Adonis vehicle. Yo, I was unhinged up this motherfucker, bro. I'm telling you right now, unhinged. I would just press record and go. But this is the same car that I got into the fucking car accident with. This is the same car that I got in the car accident with, bro. But it's 2016, son.
I'd lose my shit.
Wendy caught a stray is hilarious. Wendy caught a stray is hilarious. Trap house car is crazy. It was a 2001 Honda Civic.
Like, why do they, like, I understand if it's your religion, something like that, like, you put everything on, and then you start to turn into John Cena talking about nobody could see me, but come on, son, like, we need to start championing these brothers who dating these women they can't see, because I'll be damned if I'm dating somebody for a whole year, and then they finally take that shit off, and I'm looking at Michael Sam, or Wendy Williams, or Elton John. I ain't dealing with that shit. I need to see what you look like. Like, granted, I ain't no 10 out of 10. I'm no Tyrese. I don't look like Morris Chestnut. I'm a strong 2 out of 10. A 1 out of 5 on a good date. But I'll be damned if I date a 1 or a 1.4 out of 10. I gotta go up. I gotta be dating up, boy. Fuck you talk about. Didn't I tell you this Pokemon Go shit?
Yo, I'm trying to hold it together, trying not to laugh. As you know what's funny? I just be... Bro, you see this blue stool? You see that blue stool that's right here? That blue... Yo, you know my brother fell through that stool? I think I got the video. Hold on, wait a minute. I think I got the video. Fuck the old... Matter of fact, let's play this one. I'm going to see if I can find the video of my brother falling through the stool. Oh, my God. Bro, yo, this is bringing back some memories. I haven't watched these in 9 years.
It was going to go too far. I'm walking down the street on my block. I see these motherfuckers on the side of the road. They is real, boy. 2 hours later, I see on the news report talking about Team Rocket out here robbing people, son. Pete. And they not walking around with no meow, son. They walking around with hammers, boy. Deuce deuce on they hip, boy. Taking all your bread, your wallet, your phone, your Pokemon, your Pokédex, your Pokeballs, your super potions, and they taking your clothes, boy. You better stop playing games with this Pokemon shit. You out here steadily trying to catch them all. They trying to catch all of your funds. Let me be walking outside. I here, prepare for trouble and make it double. I'm getting the fuck out of there, boy. Fuck is you talking about Abra teleport? Don't run into an unexpected fire blast, boy. They already done paralyzing babies out here.
Somebody want to tell me what this growing trend of sugar daddy?
Yo, yo, oh man, yo, this throwbacks. Oh my, yo, I gotta. Maybe one of these days I gotta sit here and go through these. Whose baby was that? Whose baby was that? Oh my God. But look, I was able to find the unchiseled Adonis video. Hold on, wait, let me flip this shit. Hold on, let me flip this shit. Is the audio on for the, I think I gotta turn the audio on for the, okay, here we go. What happened to you? You fell out the chair?
Yep.
How'd that happen? Wow.
This fat son of a bitch.
Hey, if there's one thing a big dude gonna do, it's gonna pull that shirt down. If there's one thing a fat dude gonna do, it's pull that shirt down. Oh shit, it's before it even went viral. What is this, 2019? Bro, if there's one thing a big dude gonna do, it's gonna be pull down that fucking shirt, bro. Oh my God.
This fat son of a bitch.
Yo, son's stomach was escaping. He had to pull that son of a bitch down. He already knew what time it was. The same stool.
Destruction. This man bent the whole metal, bro.
Wow. That's a shame.
This fat son of a bitch.
The seat went through.
It didn't go through, guys. It went down. The pressure went down.
Well, yeah. So I guess, and then that forced you to slip forward.
Yeah.
Wow.
I didn't break the seat. It's just the pressure.
Oh, so I guess you can still sit on it.
That's why when you flip it over, it's leaned over.
Damn.
Damn, bro. Damn. How you feel about yourself?
I'm upset.
He's fat.
You can't tell me people who eat pancakes.
Oh my God, son. Yo. Yo. Never gets old, son.
Dub 159
Oh my
just
God.
gifted 5 subs.
7 years ago is crazy. 7 years ago is crazy. Now I gotta go back. I gotta go back and download all of these fucking old videos, bro. I gotta hold. If Instagram ever disappear, I'm gonna be so disappointed. I gotta go back and get a bunch of these old fucking videos, bro, because there ain't no way. There ain't no way, son. That's ridiculous. Big ass fell right through the ground. Oh, shout hype train going. K-Dub giving out gifts. Donations. Yeah, he was sitting sideways. Snorlax for sure. And funny enough, 2019, if I'm not mistaken, that was the year after the first season, if you will, of the chiseling of the unchiseled Adonis. Wait, I don't have to finish the bottle tonight. Who said that? Question mark. Sis Adonis said, I don't have to finish the bottle tonight. Wait.
Gotcha, bitch.
How many drinks are you in
Shake
right
a Zulu
now?
9 is now following.
We going drink for drink? But
Donations.
K-Dub giving out even more
Donations.
gifts. Oh, I think we at Hype Train level 3
Gifts.
right now. We at Hype
Gifts.
Train level 3 right now.
More
on Twitch.
gifts. More gifts.
Dub 159 gifted Mystical Afra Nortress subscription. Dub 159 gifted a tier 1 sub to Mystical Afra Nortress.
Damn.
They are given 248
246
gift subs
gifts.
in the
God
channel.
damn. K-Dub might be ahead of Matt. I think K-Dub might be ahead of Matt overall. Matt might be at work right now. Yeah, but that was 2019. That was after the first season of the chiseling of the unchiseled Adonis. And I'll tell you this much. What was so funny about that was I recorded, and I think I said it on like the 5th or 6th episode of the original iteration of the chiseling of the unchiseled Adonis. For him, we recorded everything like a year in advance. So he was going to Blink Fitness at the time, and then we did minor, activity at the house as well, but he just wasn't consistent. And now, I'll tell you this much. I had a Friendsgiving at my house, this house that I live in now, in 2025. So this past year, that was the last time that I actually saw the unknown Adonis alive. Should have took a photo. 100% should have took a photo. Like now, every time I hang out with my friends, I try to take the phone out, whether it's a video or it's a photo, to try to document that in real time, right? So should have 100% should have took a photo. But the unknown Adonis and the unchiseled Adonis had made a pact because I never went on an official cruise. Like I've gone on like a yacht for like a day. I've gone on like regular miscellaneous boat rides for like hours or whatever the case may be, but never went on a official cruise. I've been invited on 2, 3 really, but the timing for everything hasn't really worked out. But this summer, because originally the plan was for the 3 of us to go on a cruise, unfortunately unknown Adonis passed, but him and Unchiseled made a pact to get in the best shape of their lives so that when the summer comes around, we can go on a cruise and they will have earned the right to be on that cruise. That being said, Unchiseled Adonis is fully aware of that pact because he had that made with unknown Adonis. He's dealt with a little bit of a mental block as it pertains to doing the work to drop weight. However, he did tell me in recent weeks he has built up the courage to go down into the basement and get onto the stationary bike and do some minutes there. The last time that I spoke to him, he said he did 17 minutes. So I'm like, all right, that's better than 0. But I'm curious how consistent he been because he dropped 64 pounds with me. He said he dropped 69 total. Nice. Dropped 69 total in 2023, but he dropped 64 pounds working with me, and he was literally only doing the bare minimum for 5 months, right? So he 100% could have dropped 100. But this August, it's not booked. Nothing is booked yet. But this August, if possible, could set up the cruise for us to go on. But I will not go on the cruise unless the unchiseled Adonis gets his body right and is on the journey towards dropping all of the weight. Because once the chiseling of the unchiseled Adonis ended a few years ago, I had already told him, yo, it's on you. I've done everything I could. It's on you to get yourself right. So we'll see where things go, but it's on him. So hopefully he can get himself right, and then we can go
Black
on a
Jettis
cruise
Hark is now following.
towards the tail end of the year, if not the summer, because obviously the month before football season and after the World Cup, that would be great because I do have some points that I can utilize to be able to facilitate the total price of the cruise. I don't want to pay nothing out of pocket for travel, let alone lodging, if you will. Anytime that I go and I travel somewhere, I'm utilizing all of the points that I accumulated throughout the years because I have to save as much money as I possibly can because the fucking IRS is coming after me. I use so much money towards this fucking house trying to pay off the mortgage and making a down payment. Probably shouldn't have did that. Maybe it wasn't the best financial decision, so I got to eat it this year. I'm super in the red, but hopefully things can go and even out at the tail end of the year, but we'll cross that bridge when we have to. Mr. GH2 said you're going to try to pull up to a World Cup game in ATL. I might pull up to a World Cup game in ATL as well. Shout out to Quincy. He got a connection. It's nothing is guaranteed yet. He actually messaged me the other day, but nothing is guaranteed yet. But if in the event he can get me a hookup to where I can get, somewhat of discounted tickets, I could potentially be out there in Atlanta. And then furthermore, homegirl Adonis has a cousin who could potentially potentially get tickets, comped tickets at that for the World Cup. So we'll see. But if it's comped, it's out of my hand because I would be the individual who's invited. If it's a situation where it's discounted prices, I may be able to purchase and then I would let you know and then we can pull up for a discounted price. So I'll keep you posted, Mr. GH2. I'll keep you posted regarding that because tickets right now is crazy. And because I'll be at DreamCon this summer, the World Cup final is on the final day of DreamCon. The World Cup finals in New Jersey. So I'll have a decision to be made. My whole goal was to get my father to the World Cup. Haiti is at the World Cup. They've qualified. So with that being the case, all 3 Haiti games, I'm going to move heaven and earth to get the fucking tickets to be able to attend those games with my father. It would be great to attend the final as well, but we'll see where things go because if I have a better opportunity for DreamCon, I'll probably stay in Texas. But if by some miracle, and I know it's incredibly difficult, Haiti was to make it to the final, there's no reason to believe they would. There's no way. There's no way I don't get my pops there. So there is that. And I have to find the video because I think it's on my brother's computer because it was on the house computer. I actually messaged him the other day. I have a folder of videos from 2017 to 2020. The name of the folder is Videos for When I Get Famous. I never really cared about fame. I think it was more along the lines of maybe recognizable. And in one of those videos, and I think I talked about it in the video that I made in commemoration of my brother, where I mentioned in one of those videos, I talk about when the World Cup was announced coming to North America in 2018, that they would be here in 2026. And I said, yo, man, I'm going to get my pops there. When the time comes, I'm going to put that together, and that might be a little emotional for me. So we'll see. We'll see. Nathan put 5 on and said, by the way, did I hear that Sora AI is shutting down on April 24th? No, I did not hear that, but I would not be surprised. Because I don't know how many people mess around and use Sora. I'm not sure. Paid in the building, what's going on? Did you tell me that you got into darts now? Oh, really? You got into darts? Huh. Interesting. Well, best of luck. One of the best ever commentary videos I've ever seen was a darts competition some years ago. And matter of fact, let me see if I can find it. Because I could show you better than I could tell you. One of the best darts videos, or I should say best commentary I've ever seen.
Narcolepsy Boy
Darts,
100 is
I think
now
it was the
following.
World Championship. Yeah, I know what I'm. Y'all know this one. Y'all know this one. Look at this shit. Look at this shit. Some of the best commentary I've ever seen in my life. That shit was so electric. So electric. I can't speak. I can't speak. I was legitimately watching that fucking clip like, yo, maybe I got to get into darts. Maybe I got to get into darts. Like, maybe I got to get into darts. Them folks was hyped. Could you imagine? The crowd erupted. I said, yo, what's going on here? Entertaining, man. You can't go wrong. You can't go wrong. Got to see it live in person? Yeah, I probably do need to because it sounds like they're across the pond, for sure. So definitely got to get into some of those sports. I would love to provide commentary depending on the copyright situation, but who knows? Time will tell. Oh, that reminds me. Let me see, because I've almost been live now for 3 hours. Which one did I post? Oh, I had the AI slop video. Question for the chat. For those who've been tuned in to what the hell? 407,000 followers. Oh, I had a spike in followers on IG. I 100% had a spike in followers on IG. yesterday must have been crazy because I just jumped from 405 to 407. So that's interesting. But one of the AI, how 60,000? Okay, so 3 hours ago. Yeah, so I got another one I got to go and post. What do y'all think about that? The vegetable AI stuff, the vegetable and fruit AI videos, because people have been sending them to me. Now I know with AI slop, it's not very appealing to a percentage of the populace. So I'm curious what your guys' thoughts are on that. But because some folks have been sending them to me, and I've noticed there's been a percentage of the audience who have said, "Hey, we may not be big time into this type of stuff." So y'all let me know if y'all rolling with it. Oh, my father is calling me right now. Oh, wait. Dad, can I call you back in like 10 minutes? Yeah, all right, no problem. But yeah, so I'm about to have to get ready to get off of the stream. But we live tomorrow for Friday Night SmackDown, so that's going to be a good time. K Dub said the videos themselves are okay. You suppose the commentary makes them hilarious. Okay, I appreciate that. At least there's that, because I know it can be a little chaotic, because sometimes when the videos people send me have audio that's already going, sometimes I feel like the double audio of me speaking over could make a bit of chaos in the middle of the video. But at the same time, I never want to be the type of creator reactor who just kind of stands there, does nothing the entire time, and then ultimately, provide analysis at the end. I think most people end up leaving at that particular point. So I don't know. I'll explore. How do you send clips for me to react to? You can, Big Fat Paula, you can DM me. But you got to also take into account, I'm receiving anywhere between 300 to 500 DMs per day. Like, it's been very difficult to get to folks' DMs every single day. So I've been receiving a shit ton. Some have emailed. Email has been better. It's still a little tough because I've received still an overwhelming amount of emails as well. But DM is the best case scenario. Facebook DMs, don't even try it, because those, I have like an automatic response that's set. I don't know how to turn that off. Maybe I'm not tech savvy enough to figure that out. But also in the Discord as well, I gotta go in there, go take a look at the video request tab there as well. There's a number of people who's there as well. Discord on the video tab, you could try that as well. But a number of different ways you can go and send videos. So there is that. But nonetheless, 10 years 10 years on YouTube, man. 10 years on YouTube. It has been a journey. I went from all black hair to fucking grays and shit, which I don't mind the grays. I'm never gonna be a just for men dude. So I appreciate you guys, man. It's been a hell of a fucking journey. It is not stopping anytime soon. Marble video is going up literally once I get off of stream. But Team Pink, yeah, let's go ahead and block them. Hey, all the Team Pink people, go ahead and block these. Nah, I'm playing with you. But yeah, so it's been a hell of a journey, man. I appreciate you guys rocking with me as long as you have. It has been amazing. I can't say I didn't think I'd be successful, because I 100% believed that I would be. I just did not expect at this point I would be at where I'm at. Because like I said in my video, I 100% believed it would take maybe 20 years rather than 10. And I know there's some people who still, like, because don't get me wrong, there's a lot of creators who within 1 year, they went into the stratosphere. Within 5 years, they're like all the way mainstream. They've blown up. There's folks who started the same time I started. They're not even doing YouTube anymore because they're in movies and they're in Hollywood, and they're in a bunch of different, sort of avenues or whatever. Fam, I like where I'm at. I love where I'm at. And above all else, I appreciate and love the community that I built. I've said it time and time again. I don't want to have to reiterate, regurgitate, reverberate same sentiments, but the ability to link up with you guys has 100% been some of the most fun times that I've had in my life. Mr. GH2, being able to go to your house where you lay your head with your wife to go and hang out with you and the folks on the Triple P podcast. That was, I'm not going to take credit for, the creation of said podcast, but the bulk share of the entirety of the pod all met and followed me previously. Hanging out with you guys, awesome. Going to your wedding, going to Robert and Alexandra's wedding, going to Macho Time's wedding, going to Wildcat J. Troy's wedding, now getting an opportunity to go to Dorian's wedding, going to Kamar's baby shower, going to Andrew's graduation, going to all of these different sort of events. Being able to have that happen by way, and pardon me, regarding Robert and Alexandra, I was actually the officiant for the wedding. I had a chance to marry 2 subscribers. That's fucking, that's, I would have never thought I'd have been in a situation like that. The hundreds of photos that I've had an opportunity to take with subscribers, the hours of conversations that I've been able to share with each and every single one of you guys that I've had a chance to go and meet in person means the fucking world to me. That's what it's all about, man. Peyton, of course, you know, the giveaways, if you will, because Peyton been around maybe as long as anybody else in the chat room, because I think it was the MTA video, which was on the 20th of January, 2017. So, man, being able to go and link up, we gotta go to a batting cage this spring. So definitely let me know your availability. And then I'll find the location, and then we could try to go and link up. But the giveaways, the PS5s, the Xboxes, the iPads that I remember when I was giving away iPads. Lord knows I need that money back, bro. I was giving away an iPad every fucking quarter for like a year and a half. That was ridiculous. But you got to give back and hold it down for your people. The 6, I think it was 6. No, it might have been 4. The 4 PS5s, the 4 Xbox X's that was given away. All of the winners, Elias fumbling both the Xbox X and the PS5, despite being in a pool of like 10,000. How do you win both consoles? Literally, folks would have thought it was rigged. I never met this man a day in my life. Never seen what he looked like until we ended up on the stream to address the fact that he fumbled twice. How out of 10,000 people you win 2 times? That's a lightning in a bottle, and you not there to collect your prize. That is hilarious. But all of this to make it to this point, man, I appreciate y'all, man. I appreciate y'all, man. How many videos do I have posted all time? Because if y'all remember, Facebook had some videos that were never uploaded to YouTube. Like I have like 400 some videos that was uploaded to the original Facebook page that when the page got deleted, all of that shit gone. Like for example, Peyton, you might have been around for this one. Because this was after I had went viral for the Soulja Boy video when Soulja Boy was working out. That was the first video I ever had that passed 1 million. Then the MTA rant was next. And then after the MTA rant was Brian Pumper with the egg crack on the head in the staircase. Oh my God. I don't have it no more. I ain't got it no more. All those videos on Facebook, they all gone. But on YouTube, 4,200 plus videos. 4,200 plus videos. I got almost, so if you take into account the videos that got deleted, almost 5,000 uploads. 5,000 fucking uploads. Chess D, remember that. 5,000 plus uploads, bro. almost 5,000 plus uploads. 10 years. 3,650 plus days uploading content onto the platforms. Just trying to fucking figure it out. And here we are. I've been able to do some amazing things. When I get to the million, and notice I don't say if, when I get to that million subscriber mark,
I am Theonian Donley Pocket is now following.
all of the stuff that I had done behind the scenes, I might take a moment to acknowledge a ton of them because I put myself last,
159
to
just
say the
gifted
least.
5 subs.
K-Dub continuing to give out gifts. My guy always holding it down for the community, and I know you heading out to Guam next week. Which day is it? Because I want to make sure that I'm live as often as I can be before you ultimately have to go and depart. Because like I've stated in the past, I really want to do a much better job at streaming in real time more often than I have. I don't want it to just be reactionary. Like, all right, Monday Night Raw's going on, we live. Friday Night SmackDown's going on, we live. A football game's going on, we live. I enjoy these, and of course, you know, live reacting to stuff as well. Gaming streams, got to go and get that stuff situated. 100% have to figure out what it is that I have to go and acquire in order to get the N64 to go and work, because for whatever reason, the last three capture cards that I've used specifically to try to get the N64 to connect, it hasn't been working. GameCube, PS2, that's no problem. PS5, of course, no issue. But the N64 specifically, I got to figure that out. But all of that being said, man, it's been a hell of a journey. I appreciate you guys immensely. Chiseled Adonis Award still has to get uploaded. I apologize for the delay. There's been a lot of days where if I'm just not feeling it, rather than try to force it and try to get it done, I just shut everything down and just say, all right, fuck it. You know, this is what we do. And we just here. That may be to my detriment, you know, if you will. So I got to do a better job of just fighting through the funk to make it through. I did a therapy session last Monday for the first time in my life. I think that was healthy, if you will. Trying to navigate the mourning process. Surprisingly enough, they said I've been, for all intents and purposes, for what it's worth, if there was a scale of 10 of how one would handle how things are going, I'm like a 9 out of 10. You know, so I'm like, oh shit, okay, because I didn't try to pull any punches or hold anything back while speaking with said therapist, but that was all right for a session. So I said, all right, cool. You know, we'll see where we go. But nonetheless, yeah, hey, you know, it works, if you will. So I was there just trying to figure it out, if you will. So just doing the bulk share of things as I possibly can. So, but a ton of content that has to get done. But yeah, man, I will do my best to continue to keep this train rolling. 10 years to get to this point, and I'm glad that y'all still rocking with me. So we got one last cheers. We almost went through this entire bottle, but cheers to you. 10 years down, another 10 to go. Finish the bottle, right? Fuck it. That's the bottle. That's the whole goddamn bottle. Is this going to be a bad feeling in the morning when I go to the gym? Maybe, but fuck it. Cheers to you. We finished the whole goddamn bottle. When was the last drunk Adonis stream? Probably when we was on Hot Mic in 2020. Oh, the Crown Royale. I think it was the Crown Royale that Macho sent to me. Oh, but that's neither here nor there. I appreciate y'all holding it down for the community. Shout out to everybody who put a donation to the community and held it down for the chat, giving out gifts or donating to this stream. I appreciate you guys. Crazy. First time chat, I said, yo, Adonis, love your YouTube videos, especially the Marvel videos. I appreciate that as well. And we are live tomorrow evening, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time for Friday Night SmackDown. Until then, K-Sean Booty, give us a shake. Maddie, take us out. Y'all have yourselves a good night. Yeah, I'm going to drink a whole bottle of water because there ain't no fucking way I'm fixing to wake up with a hangover. Y'all have yourselves a good night.
Good night. Suck my dick. Bye-bye.